Alright everybody, we're here and we're watching WWE RAW tonight. It is live from Brooklyn, and kicking off the show, it is Becky Lynch along with Adam Pearce. Let's see how this goes, but good to see everybody. Let's see what does Becky Lynch have to share here right now with us. Alright, Brooklyn seems like they're quite happy to have WWE back over there in their territory. All right.
The week I realized that my path to WrestleMania was no longer clear.
Well, that's quite an interesting outfit from Becky Lynch, right? We don't usually see her dressed in such a fashion, so quite refreshing.
That is the most important to me in this business, and that is the Women's Championship.
There you go.
And so, if it's one thing I love to do, it's to fight my way into things. And we are less than a week away from Elimination Chamber, and Adam Pearce, this brings me to you. If it's one thing you love to do, it's
Alright, seems like she's going to be inserted into the Elimination Chamber, or that's something that she wants to do. She wants to be inserted into the Chamber match so that she can make her way into WrestleMania and into the Raw Women's Championship match. So let's see how this goes, but Adam Pearce right now doesn't seem very convinced. Let's see how this goes down, but speaking of that, we've got the one and only Bayley coming out over here. She doesn't look very happy with Becky Lynch's plan right here. Ricky, I can see that... Wow.
If you think that you're getting into the Elimination Chamber match after what you pulled last week, then you're a bigger idiot than all of these idiots. Because you didn't finish.
Wow, Ricky, I'm sorry to hear all that happened. You know, much love to you, of course, brother, and wow, really, prayers go out to your family. Hope things get better, Ricky. Sorry about that.
I don't think so. I'm here to talk to Adam real quick because I think you need to scrap what happened last week in that cage match from the record books. Uninvite Lita from all events and put me into the Elimination Chamber match. That's where I deserve.
Alright, so we have an open spot. Bayley wants to be in it. Becky Lynch wants to be in it. Bayley says that you gotta scrap whatever happened last week. The whole interference from Lita was uncalled for, so she's demanding that she's inserted into the chamber match. Becky Lynch, however, has the same plans but for herself. Let's see how this goes down. Chamber, as we know, happens this Saturday, so really anything can happen. We're right there, right around the corner. It should be good. And let's see. Wow, and Bojets is here. Good to see you, my brother Bojets. He says that, guys, feel free to join us on Discord if you haven't already. You know, we're going to be having an audio call right there as well. That's sweet, Bojets. Gary is here. We got Tones in the house. It's good to see everybody. We got True here, my brother. Good to see you. We got James. Everybody, it's lovely to see you. And look at that. Speaking of that, is the champion. Everybody wants a shot at her title. It is Bianca Belair making her way out. She looks good. Yeah. Look at that outfit. That's quite new.
Now. I hear a whole lot of talk about the Raw Women's Championship, but nobody thought to actually come talk to the Raw Women's Champion herself.
I know there's going to be some big old eyes right here for Bianca Belair. She looks great tonight. Look at her, just sizzling and dazzling. Love the outfit. It's great.
If you would have actually asked me, I would have told you that I actually like where this is going. Because I actually want to face the best of the best at WrestleMania. Now, Adam, there's already 6 women.
I knew it. I knew it. True. True, there we go. Some big old eyes right here for Bianca Belair. She looks great. Yep.
The way that you're thinking, and you know what, you've given me an idea. What if tonight you 3 compete in a triple threat match?
You gotta be kidding me. It's a triple threat match.
We'll raise the stakes. If Becky or Bayley win, they're added to the chamber, and then that match will start as a triple threat. But
whoa, okay.
if Bianca wins, neither one of you get in.
quite an interesting stipulation. So it's going to be a 7-women chamber match. That is quite interesting. So all they have to do tonight is work as a team. You know, Becky and Bayley have to work as a team, make sure that Bianca Belair is down, one of them pick up the victory, and both of them are going to be inserted into the chamber match. It's going to start off as a triple threat match. I mean, that's a lot of women inside the chamber. So all they need to do is to get Bianca Belair's shoulders down for the 1, 2, and 3, and they pick up the victory. They're both going to the Elimination Chamber this Saturday. Quite an interesting stipulation. However, if Bianca Belair wins tonight, neither of these ladies is going to the chamber, so let's see what happens. This is going to be interesting. And Ricky says AJ's always behind. Tone says you're always behind AJ. I'm sorry about that. You can't blame me for that. It's always, I believe, WWE having tape delays in India. So, I mean, you can't blame me for that, but hopefully I'm not too far behind. We're also going to be having a contract signing. Of course, we're going to get this match at Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar going 1-on-1. It's happening at Chamber. I don't think it's going to be a full-fledged match. I think they're going to save an actual match between these two, then for WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber. Maybe the Hurt Business comes together. Maybe they take out Brock Lesnar. Something crazy, something dirty is going to happen at Chamber so that we can get the final showdown at WrestleMania. That's what I believe is going to happen, but let me know. What do you think? What is next for Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley? Also tonight we're going to be having, I believe, a double duty from Miz, because not only is he going to be hosting Miz TV with Seth Rollins tonight, but he's also going to be in action. So Miz is going to be a very busy man tonight. We're going to be seeing him twice, maybe thrice. Right now we're backstage with Byron Saxton and, of course, the Judgment Day.
Saturday at Elimination Chamber, Finn, yourself, and Rhea Ripley will team up to take on Edge and Beth Phoenix.
It's going to be a big match this Saturday at Chamber, because it's going to be a mixed tag team match. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley taking on, of course, Edge and his wife Beth Phoenix. So, interesting.
Huge week ahead. Byron, that's not the question. The question is, are those 5 other men prepared to step inside a chamber with Damian Priest?
Yeah, that's right. You know what? I know a thing or two about being locked up, and I've been with Priest all week, and I know he's gonna run that chamber, just like I ran my block. Plus, I know he's gonna walk out of there United States champion. And I just got off the phone with Mommy. She's still traveling the world promoting WrestleMania, but I know she's excited for the Elimination Chamber as she is for Valentine's Day.
Wait.
But tonight,
Alright, so by the way, happy Valentine's Day to everybody. It's right around the corner, just a few hours away. Seems like Dominic Mysterio is quite excited about it. Hopefully you guys are going to have a great 14th of February as well. That's right. Let's see, M-Tone says that Belair is thick. Yeah, she definitely looked good tonight. The outfit was great, and especially for Brooklyn, everybody's dressed to impress. Speaking of Brooklyn, here we are. Who wants to smoke? Because these two have got the smoke. We're Street Profits coming out right here to a pretty impressive pop from Brooklyn. That's right. Look at the kids over there dancing, smiling as they see these two coming out here. Quite interesting. And Gary says the Double B have to work as a team. Exactly, Gary. That's the whole point. If they don't work as a team tonight, it doesn't make sense. It's just best for their interest, for their personal interest, to work as a team and to get inserted into the Elimination Chamber match. However, if they cannot work together tonight, it just makes no sense. Belair is gonna take advantage and is gonna pick up the victory. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, and we got Chris here in the house. Good to see you, Chris. And Chris Leclerc also in the house says he said Bayley or Becky Lynch. Oh wait, I thought both of them were gonna get inserted. So I believe that no matter who picks up the victory, if it's not Bianca Belair, let it be Bayley or let it be, Becky Lynch. Either of those two, whoever picks the victory, both of them is going to get inserted into the chamber. And the chamber match is going to start as a triple threat. So we'll see how this goes. True says Dominic is hilarious. Yeah, that's right. I think so too. I think that, I never liked Dominic Mysterio. I never knew that I would be, listening to him talk or pay attention to anything that he's doing, but definitely this guy has grown some personality. The time that I was away, he definitely grew some personality. He's been to the prison, he's seen the world, and definitely, something has changed in Dominic. He definitely is a lot more tolerable than he ever was, so that's good. And M-Tone says, Ricky does Spectrum, let's choose East Coast. By the way, what about Super Bowl? Who watched Super Bowl this weekend? Did you enjoy it? Did you like the halftime show? How was Super Bowl for all of you? Also, let's talk about XFL. XFL starting very, very soon. Who's going to be watching it? I know True doesn't watch the NFL. He doesn't support the NFL. So, are you going to give XFL a chance, True? Or anybody else here? Let me know. And let's see. Happy single day, everybody. Ricky. That's funny. Single day is every day. We don't need a special day to celebrate being single. That's every day, right? Right, Ricky? That's funny. All right. Valentine's Day sucks. Depression Day, says Tones. No, don't be depressed, Tones. We gotta be happy. Even the guys who are single, you don't have to be depressed on Valentine's Day. You can still have your chocolates and have a good time. Watch your favorite film with the people that you love. It doesn't have to be somebody that you're, that you are, I believe, in a relationship with. It could be anybody. Your friends, family, anyone. It's all about love. Doesn't matter what kind of love, right? Let's see. I watch Raw here with family. I love that, Ricky. That is right. Yep. Okay. And we got Clay in the house. Clay. If Bailey was there, you have to be here, right? I love it. Clay says, what's up, AJ? I want Bailey to say hi to me. I know, Clay. It's been the same story for about 2 years. Hopefully she does say hi to you, give you a hug. That'd be nice. Clay, it's great to see you. Welcome. Alright, let's see what else do we have here. What was a good game, AJ, but I hate Casey won Super Bowl. Alright, well, I did see some very strong reaction to it on social media. Pretty sure I saw somebody breaking their television on TikTok as well, to the Super Bowl results, but yeah, seems like it was a good game. Alright, I'll check the XFL out, says True, that is sweet, okay. Cheers to KC for winning Super Bowl, says Bojets. Alright, I like that, brother, not like last year, halftime show was great. Oh, okay, so it was better than last year's halftime. So last year, if I'm not wrong, there were just way too many people involved. I believe Eminem was there. If I'm not wrong, you had at least 3 or 4 artists performing last year. As opposed to this year, it was all about Rihanna. So Rihanna, of course, whenever she's on the stage, she steals the show, so that's expected. That's sweet. I believe Weeknd's halftime show was also pretty damn good. It happened, of course, in the midst of the pandemic and everything, so things were gloomy when that Super Bowl happened, but still, Weeknd was fantastic. So, Rihanna, yeah, not surprised. That was a good halftime show. Bojet says, cannot wait for the XFL. All right, brother. Okay, good to see you. Welcome. M-Tone says, Super Bowl, little disappointed. I see. Valentine's Day sucks, says James. James, whenever I read your comment, automatically, for some reason today, Alpha Academy just comes straight to my head. Hopefully we don't get to see the Alpha Academy tonight because I don't want to see you-know-who. So, yeah, hopefully not. Let's see. M-Tone says, football is dead to me till September. Alright, M-Tones. So it seems like you're not going to give XFL a chance. It's going to be quite interesting, right? For the first time, we're seeing a change of ownership. We're seeing a new team behind XFL. We're seeing The Rock, obviously, who's going to be running the new show now. So let's see how this goes down. Let's see what this change in leadership does to the promotion. Hopefully, it's going to change things in a good way, and XFL is gonna be the success that Vince McMahon always wished that was gonna be. So let's see. XFL doesn't start for 8 weeks, says Bojets. All right, there you go. So still, we have at least 2 months more to go. All right, brother. Everyone talking today, Super Bowl got me exhausted. I see. I understand. And here we are now. We're back from commercial. Get the volume up. All right. Should be a good match. I see. So, Chris, your phone got possessed by the spirit of Uncle Howdy. That's funny. So, Uncle Howdy is showing up. If not on TV, on your phone. That's the good news, Chris. That's the good news. And here we are, Judgment Day, making their way to the ring. James says, as long as I have NHL, I'm happy. I love that. That's right. By the way, the full roster for 2K23 has now been revealed. Are you buying the game? Are you excited about the game? Because the roster is out. It seems like it's going to be quite a big roster. Perhaps one of the biggest rosters that we've seen in a WWE video game in quite a while. So that's the good news. So far, we know that AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Alba Fire is going to be in the game, so that's pretty sweet, right? The first time ever we're going to be seeing Alba Fire on a WWE video game. Also, Aaliyah is going to be there. Of course, Andre the Giant's going to be there. We got the regulars, Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews. It seems like they still have his main roster version, not the version that we saw on NXT, so that I'm a little disappointed when it comes to that, but we still have Apollo Crews, so that's nice. We got Asuka, Austin Theory, Axiom is going to be making his video game debut as well. Quite interesting. Batista will be there. Bad Bunny, as we know, is a pre-order bonus. We also got, the other version of Batista, the retro version of Batista, which is just going to be a special edition exclusive. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a DLC later on, but for now, it's going to be exclusive to the special edition. And here we are, by the way, in the ring. The match is underway. It's going to be a sweet tag team match. Of course, Damian Priest kicking things off right here with Montez Ford. So let's see how this goes. On top of that, we got Bayley, we got Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix is going to be a playable character in the game this time. The new model of Beth Phoenix is going to be playable, so that's quite sweet. And then again, we got the regulars. You got Bianca Belair, Big E, Bobby Lashley, Boogeyman, Booker T, Big Boss Man are all in the game. Braun Strowman is making his video game return as well, so that's great. Bret Hart's going to be there. Interesting. Bret Hart is going to be the game. It makes you wonder if Bret Hart will also be there at the Elimination Chamber. I hope so. I did see some rumors. I did see some speculation that Bret Hart might show up at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. I think it'll be a very good movement for him to be there for Sami Zayn. That's going to give him a major pop. I hope that happens. Brie Bella is going to be there. It's going to be British Bulldog, Brock Lesnar. And we'll continue more during the commercial break. Let's see what else do we have here. There we go. Nice drop kick from Angelo Dawkins. And they take out Damian Priest together. The Street Profits working well together as always. Antone says Judgment Day is going to win. Okay. They need a big roster for next. I agree, Chris. And he is where it just falls apart for me. The game looks the same still. No matter it is the next gen version or the current gen version, the game still looks the same, right? There's no major difference. There's no major leap between the PS4 and the PS5 versions, and that's where it just falls apart for me. It doesn't do it for me right there. I can't wait for 20. I agree. Yeah, that's right, James. It's true, right? The AEW game seems like it's gonna take forever. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it releases in 2042. They're still taking pre-orders. So that's funny, but yeah, no real word on when the game is actually coming out. So lots of uncertainty right there. And I can see it's picture-in-picture for everybody right there, but for me, it's a full-fledged commercial, so that sucks. That's changed. So whenever you guys used to have picture-in-picture, for me it used to be just, no commercials whatsoever. The match used to go on as usual, but for me right now, it's a full-fledged commercial, so that just takes me out of the game so far, so that's not good. Yeah, I see nothing but commercials. Anyways, talking about the game, right? Braun Breaker is going to be making his video game debut as well. Bruno Sammartino. I believe Bruno Sammartino has not been in a WWE video game in quite a long time, right? But he's got to be in the game in 2K23, so that's pretty substantial for all the fans who've been watching wrestling for a long time. Bruno Sammartino has got to be in the game, so that's quite interesting. The AEW game is supposed to be available this month. That's right. So earlier it was supposed to be available, in February itself. That was the initial release date. But the word coming out of the company recently was that it's going to be available soon after 2K23 comes out. It's going to be available around WrestleMania in April. that might still happen. But the initial release date was indeed February. Hopefully it comes out because I'm eagerly looking forward to it. And if it comes out before 2K23, I'm going to be so happy. Alright, let's see. Chris says, AJ, do you think Cody or Sami will beat Roman? I think they take the belts off Roman at Mania, and Roman's run is becoming stale. I don't, honestly, I know that people want to see Sami Zayn winning it. I don't think he's going to win. I don't think he's going to win that Elimination Chamber. Cody Rhodes definitely has a shot, right? Because he has this fire that probably will not be extinguished anytime soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if Cody Rhodes actually wins at WrestleMania, right? Or maybe they find a way to take away one of those titles from Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I just wouldn't be surprised if that happens. I think Cody Rhodes has a real shot at becoming champion and defeating Roman Reigns at Mania. Let me know, what do you think about it, brother? And we got Izzy here. Good to see you. And that's right, I'm back. It's good to see you, Izzy. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to see you. Punk will be back in AEW ring before the... Oh, you think so, James? Oh, that's interesting. By the way, speaking of CM Punk, did you guys catch the story that he shared recently? He shared a story, a video of, I'm not sure who the person was, but the person said, he was talking about forgiveness, right? He was talking about how he has forgiven a lot of people in his life, but he does it from afar. He does it from distance. Even after forgiving the people, he doesn't hang out with them. He doesn't sit right next to them. He doesn't, communicate with them because, even though he's forgiven people, it doesn't mean that he has to work around them or hang out with them because, he wants to forgive people from a safe distance. And I think CM Punk was trying to send across a message to his AEW or his WWE peers with that story, talking about how he's forgiven a lot of people. Even though he doesn't hang out with them or you don't see them socializing, it doesn't mean that he's not cool with them. He is cool with them, he has forgiven them, and he's moved on. That's what he was trying to say, so that's interesting. Here we are now, back from the commercial break, and Street Profits seem like they've still got the match under control. Damian Priest just tossed off the apron. Angelo Dawkins taking on Finn Balor right now, pretty sweet. Kick to the midsection, and there you go, taking him down, a backbreaker. We got Hassan here. Good to see you, brother. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Chris says, I think it will be Cody. Yep. I think so too. I think Cody is the chosen one. I think Cody will be the one who will take the titles of the Tribal Chief. Hopefully it happens. And here we are one more time going for the cover on Finn Balor. Damian Priest gets in here and breaks the count. By the way, we also heard rumors, right? I believe it's been a good few months, right? If not a whole year, when I read this report that Roman Reigns will most likely be, looking at a transition to Hollywood in 2023 after WrestleMania. And Nick Khan also talked about it, he also commented on it and said that WWE will do anything that is possible or that he would like for them to do to help that transition from pro wrestling to Hollywood for Roman Reigns. So, I think that we could be seeing Roman Reigns, after dropping those titles, taking a break and transitioning into Hollywood in some fashion. So we'll see how this goes, but I think Roman Reigns is going to be a busy guy, but not inside the ring, outside the ring after WrestleMania. And here we are. Montez Ford goes flying to the... Wow, that was a beautiful dive. That was an incredible dive to the outside right there on Damian Priest and Angelo Dawkins now. It's a 2-on-1 situation, or should I say a 1-on-2 situation with Angelo Dawkins literally knocking Dominic Mysterio out like a bulldozer. And Finn Balor taking advantage of the distraction. There we are. That's right. Sending Angelo Dawkins straight to the turnbuckle. Dawkins goes down. Finn Balor now climbing the top turnbuckle. This could be his moment. This could be it. That's right. It should be over now. Goes for the cover. It's a 1. It's a 2. And Angelo does not kick out. Judgment Day. They stand tall. And actually, they needed the victory. They needed this momentum push before at Elimination Chamber. Because at Elimination Chamber, Judgment Day's got to be very busy, right? We got Finn Balor in a big mixed tag team match. We got Damian Priest inside the chamber. They needed this victory to look strong a few days before Elimination Chamber. So that I'm glad that they won. For a minute, I thought the Prophets... I know, yeah, it seemed like they were going to pick up the victory, Izzy, but no, it is a Judgment Day. Finn Balor gets the victory for his team. That's right, James. And now it's a 3-on-1 assault right there on Montez Ford. With that being said, oh dear. Edge and his wife come out here for a beating. have you guys seen Edge for the past few weeks? He has been a little bit sneaky, a little bit naughty off camera, or at least when he thinks he's off camera, trying to feel up Beth Phoenix or touch her inappropriately in front of thousands of people. I wonder if he's going to be doing that again tonight. But he has been doing that for the past 2 weeks, and he has been caught for the past 2 weeks. With that being said, there you are. The mommy, Rhea Ripley, is back right in time for Valentine's Day, and she takes out Beth Phoenix. And Dominic Mysterio is a happy, happy man, is he not? Look at that. Oh, yeah. And Edge coming back to the ring. And Dominic and Rhea Ripley very smart to escape the ring, to leave the ring before Edge slides in. All alone with his wife, Beth Phoenix, lying right there in the center of the ring. And as uncautious as it gets. There you go. Beth looking strong. I agree, true. Beth looks fantastic. Also, the red definitely suits her. Yeah, Rhea Ripley, by the way, in such a good shape, better than ever. I think WrestleMania's got to be quite interesting with Rhea Ripley. I believe that she's going to do what she couldn't do a few years ago. She's going to take that title away from the Queen at WrestleMania. All right. Quite an interesting Raw tonight. I must say, it definitely has not been dull at all, right? I mean, we started off pretty strong. This match was sweet. Judgment Day, they look strong together as a faction more than ever. And coming up next is going to be a contract signing between Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. So we'll see how this goes. True says Rhea got a tan. That's right. She looks good. Rhea definitely did travel across the world. She was also in India, I believe, doing some promotional work some time ago. So definitely got a tan. But she looks good. She looks great. I love the Judgment Day. They are just awesome, says Izzy. I really agree with that. I have to agree with that. They look good together. They look strong together. I thought the Judgment Day without Edge was going to be very short-lived, but I was wrong because they're still here as a faction. Rhea Ripley just won the Royal Rumble. Damian Priest is going to be in a championship match at the Chamber. You never know. He might actually walk out with the title. Finn Balor is involved in a very, pretty good feud, very important feud right now with Edge and Beth Phoenix. So they're doing well together. Dominic Mysterio just came out of the prison. He's also looking better than ever. So Judgment Day definitely is a success as a team. I thought they were going to be a failure, but they definitely have been successful, and I've been proven wrong. And I love it whenever I'm proven wrong because, it's always best for business. Gary says, if my wife looked like Beth Phoenix, I also would be grabbing a free feel. All right, Gary. That is funny. Okay. It's a go-home show. It's better to be decent. I agree, true. Yeah, we're just like 5 days away now from the Chamber, so it's better that it's a decent show. Can we start doing the GCW Watchalongs again? We could, but I've got some other news for you guys, right? There's something major happening in the world of independent wrestling that is going to be revealed very soon. It's going to be revealed around the time of, I believe, WrestleMania. But it's something major, right? It's a game changer, if I may. As you know, independent wrestling, right? A lot of those independent shows were taken off the WWE Network. You guys probably know about it. WWE Network used to host a lot of these major independent companies. They used to have their shows up on their network for people to watch, but they were recently taken off the network. Now, something major is happening. So, there's going to be a big response to that, and it's going to happen around the time of WrestleMania. Something big in the independent market, and I'm going to be a part of it. So, I can't wait for it to be revealed, but when it will be revealed, I'm pretty sure you're going to be happy. Chris, especially you and everybody else who watches independent wrestling and consumes independent wrestling, you're going to be happy because I'm going to be part of whatever happens in the independent wrestling world. So, yeah, we'll talk more about it as we get closer to the date. But yes, I'm going to be a part of it. So we're going to do a lot of the watch-alongs and a lot more stuff. But it's going to happen around WrestleMania. Starting WrestleMania, that's right. We got Jonathan in the house. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Jonathan says, big up AJ, big up everybody in the chat. Jonathan coming up with the fire and the positivity like always. I love that. Yeah, it's great to see you, Jonathan. I hope you enjoyed Super Bowl this weekend, and I hope you're ready for Valentine's Day. And Izzy says, Finn is getting presented a lot. I agree. Definitely, right? from the get-go, I used to be such a big Finn Balor fan before he made his main roster debut. When he made his main roster debut, it was like an unbelievable story. I used to hate Roman Reigns back then. And when Finn Balor came out, when he made his main roster debut, the first thing he did was defeat Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw, become the #1 contender, go on to become champion. That was an unbelievable story. I loved every bit of it. But ever since then, Finn Balor was only going downhill, but finally things are turning around for him in a good way. And now that he's a part of the Judgment Day, things are only getting better for Finn Balor. So it's great. It's great. That's right. But don't be surprised if a bad show or good show. Let's see, Tones, yeah? So far, it's been a sweet show, but let's see. And here we are back from commercial break, and it seems like, WWE, they love to send their title belts to these sports teams. Yep. Well, that's sweet. Patrick Mahomes rocking the WWE title. There you go. These guys, they love doing that, right? They love. You never know. Maybe Patrick Mahomes actually shows up at WrestleMania. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happens. But good for him. Congratulations on the big Super Bowl win, I guess. That's right. Love that, Jonathan. Thank you for that. If it wasn't for Rhea, Judgment Day would have been dead long time ago, says James. You know, something has happened, right? While I was away, things definitely changed and Judgment Day survived. I was never, totally hooked on the whole concept. I thought it was going to be very short-lived, but it's worked out, and I think that we have to give Rhea Ripley a lot of credit for it. You're right, James. Absolutely agree with you. And here we are now, not wasting any time at all. The first guy to come out is Brock Lesnar. Usually, it's the other way around, right? Brock Lesnar is the main guy, the main event guy. He waits until the last minute to come out. Doesn't waste a lot of time in the ring. But here he is. He's so eager to have this match against Bobby Lashley that out he comes first. And he's got a big smile on his face. Of course, he's got his cowboy outfit on. I'm going to ask all of you guys this, right? Because I wonder, the same question. I think about it almost every single day. What do you think about this Brock Lesnar? I know that this Brock Lesnar has been mostly and generally accepted by the fans. They love, the smile. They love the outfit. They love, everything about this Brock Lesnar. But would you trade this version of Lesnar for the previous version of Lesnar, the version that we're also used to? I'm talking about the Beast Incarnate. I'm talking about the Brock Lesnar that we used to have with Paul Heyman, right? The very angry monster that we used to have early on. Would you trade the cowboy for the monster? Let me know, because I would do it in a heartbeat. I miss that Brock Lesnar. I miss Paul Heyman talking for him by his side. I miss every bit of it. I really want that Brock Lesnar back. Would you also want him back? Would you trade this guy for that guy? Let me know. I want a picture of Bailey. Acknowledge me as your champion. Clay, it's great to have you back. Welcome. AJ and The Rock not going to be I know. Rock's not going to be there. That's a disappointment. That's a bummer, but we can't do anything about it. And there you go. Brock Lesnar is not here to sit down and have a nice old chat. Takes a chair and throws it out the ring. In true Brock Lesnar fashion, right? That's right, Ricky. Welcome back, my brother. Once again, of course, I'm praying for your family. I'm really hoping that things get better for your family, Ricky. Always praying for you, brother. And here we are.
Contract official. I need a second signature on this contract, and I need it right now. If we could, please. Adam, would you cut and get to the point? I've already signed the damn contract. All I need is Bobby to sign.
That's right. Yeah, I like this Brock Lesnar too, right? Because he just wants to be straight to the point, right? He says, I've already signed the contract. All I need is for Bobby to sign it too. But what's going to be interesting is Bobby Lashley going to come out here himself? Or is he going to have his representative, the Hurt Business MVP here by his side? We did see MVP has managed to get... Oh, there we are. Okay. Of course, there's got to be some... Oh, dear. There's a lot of people coming out. So I saw 3 people, and I popped in my head because I thought that has to be MVP and the boys. But now there's a bunch of security guards here. Nice. The question is, wait a second, what's happening? There's a table and a chair coming in. Oh, I see. So Bobby Lashley is not going to get to the ring, the same ring with Brock Lesnar. He's going to do this whole contract signing from afar, from the stage itself. Smart on Bobby Lashley's part, isn't it? Brock with the personality is fun, is true. Definitely is. And look at Bobby Lashley, though. This guy has a lot of personality of his own, not just personality, he's got a lot of brains. He knows it's not a good idea to be in the same ring with Brock Lesnar, so he's gonna do this whole contract signing. He gets his own table and his own chair, and he's gonna do the signature from far away from the stage itself. Bobby Lashley's a smart man, and that's for sure. Look at that.
Well, Adam, things aren't going down like this. This is not the Brock Lesnar show.
Oh yeah.
This is not Brock wants this, Brock wants that, Brock gets this, Brock gets that. Brock wants a contract signing, so Adam Pearce, you roll out the fancy carpet for Brock to have a contract signing. You know, Madam, I'm sick of this. Because the way that I look at it, whenever me and Brock, whenever we get face to face, I left you pinned, unconscious, or I eliminated you from the Royal Rumble.
Well, he's not lying right now. Every time that these two have faced, each other, it's always been Bobby Lashley who's left the ring with the upper hand. So that's not a lie. That's true. And Jonathan says, I'm questioning Brock Lesnar's ambition. Yes, the US title is a well-respected title belt, but Brock should be going after the major owners. Should be focused on taking down Roman. I agree, Jonathan, but I guess they want to do something different this time, right? I guess that they want to put the spotlight on somebody else. That's Cody Rhodes. That's why they're letting Brock Lesnar have some fun and take the back seat right now. I'm not against it. I think it's quite refreshing, but I also see your point, Jonathan. Definitely do. Yeah, it's Brock Lesnar after all, right? It's Brock Lesnar, the guy who defeated The Undertaker and done so many other things in the past few years. I agree.
Bobby, you get your ass up here and sign this contract. Bob, he's scared.
And Bobby is scared chants break up in the crowd, and Brock Lesnar cannot help but laugh out at the chants. That is funny. Brooklyn right now, having some fun at Bobby Lashley's expense. That is hilarious.
Bobby, if you don't come up here and sign this contract, I'm going to come down there and beat your ass. Unconscious.
Every time they've been in Brooklyn, most of the times at least, Brock Lesnar definitely has beat somebody up unconscious. I still remember when I was live in Brooklyn a few years ago, I believe it was 2015, 2016, it was Brock Lesnar and Bo Dallas in the same ring, and this guy definitely left Bo Dallas unconscious. I mean, the fans, everybody just kept demanding Brock Lesnar to hit him with another F5 or another German suplex, and Brock Lesnar was more than happy to oblige, leaving Bo Dallas unconscious as he left the ring. And here we are now, Brock Lesnar in a pure mayhem, absolute carnage right now as he takes out every single bodyguard, security guard, one by one, but it wasn't enough for him to take out Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, of course, taking advantage of the numbers game, of the distraction, and taking out Brock Lesnar. Great spear right there on the stage, and Brock Lesnar is down and he's out. Once again, history repeats itself. Bobby Lashley, they face each other once again. They come face to face, and Bobby Lashley leaves with the upper hand yet again. History just keeps repeating itself as we see it right here tonight once again. That's right. And Brock's gonna go right through, it seems like it. Yeah, it seemed like he tried to go right through them, but wasn't able to go through Bobby Lashley. History has repeated itself. This was quite an interesting contract signing, right? Wasn't the same old dull contract signing. Two people in the ring, the table goes off, the chairs go out of the ring, and it ends in a carnage. Wasn't the whole traditional way. Bobby Lashley came out here with his own attitude, telling the world that he also is just as important as Brock Lesnar is. Came out here with his own table and his own chair. Everything just worked out. And here we are, even though Brock Lesnar's down, he's still got a big smile on his face because he knows he's got exactly what he came here looking for. a signature of Bobby Lashley on the contract, and he's got just that. So Brock Lesnar is a happy man, Bobby Lashley's a happy man, two happy men going into Elimination Chamber to face each other. It should be an interesting match for sure. No more Brock versus Roman this. I agree, right? We've seen a lot of Brock versus Roman, especially at WrestleMania, a lot. So yeah, time to move on. I agree, true. Yeah, maybe Brock Lesnar can change the world titles after Roman's dropped it to somebody else, right? That would be a better idea, I agree. Yes, Jonathan. I know, the past year has been very, very challenging for you. I applaud you for your strength and for your courage, and, always sending out love to all of you. Ricky, Jonathan, everybody. Take care. Yeah, Bobby went full heel. That's right, Tony. Good to see you, brother Tony. Great to see you. Welcome. And great to see you, my brother Richard, as well. Welcome. That's right. And Jonathan says, I agree. True. Brock has no divine right to have another bite at the cherry. I agree. Absolutely agree with that. We've seen Brock Roman a lot of times. Yeah, probably he should wait until Roman's done with his reign and somebody else is champion. I agree. That's right. Alright, Izzy. I'll see you around. You take care, brother. Bobby had screwed to the WWE Universe. That's right. Yep. But one thing's for sure, Brooklyn, probably the best crowd out of all the places in America. Brooklyn, definitely. Whenever they're in Brooklyn, the crowd is loud and they're excited. And also, we see a lot of these stars actually, interacting with the fans and acknowledging their chants. Yeah, the whole show comes alive when they go to Brooklyn, and that's a fact. That's right. I still remember very clearly when Dean Ambrose took the cart and he went to the subway. He came back to the building with the food cart in his hand, and he feuded with Seth Rollins and whatnot. I mean, Brooklyn is always wild, and I wonder how tonight's show is going to be ending because it's in Brooklyn. It's going to be something interesting. Let's see. Gary says, I wish these two would get it on an MMA. I know, Gary. I know. I don't think it's going to happen, but at least we have these two going at it in a squared circle, so not too bad. Thank you. Thank you for that, Jonathan. I appreciate that. Bobby and Brock are tweeners. That's funny. So about Bobby and Brock, right? Bobby Lashley, when I spoke with him, when we were doing the media interaction with Bobby Lashley, he kept talking about how he wants to fight Brock Lesnar so much, and he wants to have this match with MVP by his side and whatnot. So hopefully that will all come a full circle at WrestleMania and even at Elimination Chamber when Bobby and Brock go at it. Hopefully MVP's also gonna be there, so let's see. H, do you think anyone will beat Braun Breaker? Oh, somebody has to do it eventually. I don't know if, that person's in NXT so far or not, but somebody has to beat Braun Breaker, I'm sorry. So, Braun Breaker also, coming back to 2K23 real quick. We know Braun Breaker also is going to be making his video game debut this year. In addition to that, we're also going to be having Brutus Creed, the Creed brothers making their 2K23 debut as well, so that's quite interesting. A lot of these NXT stars are now being moved to the video game roster, so that's fun. We also have Butch making his video game debut. Of course, he has made his debut before as Pete Dunne, but this year he's going to be there as Butch. So that's fantastic. Cactus Jack's going to be there. Cameron Grimes is there. We also have Carmelo Hayes, and I believe this also is going to be Carmelo Hayes'. I think it's going to be his first time in a video game, so that's pretty sweet as well. Of course, China is going to be there. You got Charlotte Flair in there. Cody Rhodes is making his return. Commander Aziz, the guy who used to run around with Apollo Crews, is also going to be in the video game. I don't think, guys, refresh my memory, right? The time that I was gone, did you guys see Commander Aziz on TV? Have we seen Commander Aziz on TV in the past 6 months or so? Is he even around? Why is he in the game? I really don't know. Why is he still, signed to the company? I don't know. I don't think that Commander Aziz has done anything at all. Yeah, I really don't know. That's right. Let's see what else do we have here. We got Phil Michelle. It's good to see you, Phil. Welcome. Great to see you. Tones, thank you for that. And I acknowledge you too, my brother Rum DMG. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great, my brother. It's great to see you. Let's see. And Jonathan says, your and Tones mind the ground. That is funny. That's right. Yep. And here we are, Piper Niven. I'm so glad she's Piper once again. The whole Doudrop thing made no sense. and I'm glad that she's got her name back. Piper Niven so much better than Doudrop. With that being said, she's gonna be fighting Mission. I still, I can't help but call her Mia Yim still, because Mia Yim is such a better name than Mission. But not too bad. Not as bad as Doudrop, so I'll take it. And Mission looking good as she makes her way down the ramp. Should be a good match. I think it's going to be a no-brainer, right? Piper Niven is definitely going to be taking a beating. Mission should probably win the match, so let's see how this goes down. Also, Chelsea Green, by the way, she has been asking, Adam Pearce for a good opponent for the past week or so. Raw, she was asking for a good opponent. SmackDown, she was there to complain about the Raw general manager. So tonight, is she going to ask for an opponent again? What's going to be happening with the Chelsea Green? Let's see. She keeps demanding for a fight. She keeps demanding for a legit opponent. But I don't think that she's satisfied with whatever she's getting so far. So let's see how this goes down. Commander Aziz, never heard of him since Jonathan. You know the big guy that used to walk around with Apollo Crews all the time? Yeah. That's Commander Aziz. Aziz came back to NXT to beat up. Oh, really? So okay. So on the main roster, Aziz and Apollo were paired up, but in NXT, he's fighting Apollo Crews. That's quite interesting. Chris, thanks for that. Okay. I'm excited for an all-star weekend. Says Tones, that's right. I believe we're also going to be having Andy. I don't know where Andy is. We're missing Andy tonight. But Andy also mentioned to me that, oh, wow. And by the way, Mission got Piper Niven up. She was going to go for the body slam, but the weight too much for her to tolerate, and she falls back to her back with Piper Niven on top. And by the way, a beautiful counter right there to a DDT, Piper Niven's head bouncing off the mat. Mission is doing great. Anyways, talking about... Wait a second. Oh, nice and heavy chops right there from Mission once again. That's fantastic. By the way, talking about Andy, Andy also mentioned to me that we're going to be having a big NJPW show that's going to be happening this weekend. So anybody here who's going to be watching that NJPW show, let me know. And Mia should have signed with AEW, says true. Yep. I know somebody else who really wants to be signed by AEW or the WWE. She's just trying her luck. She's the current PCW Ultra Women's Champion. We're talking about Viva Van. And she really has been trying hard to get signed. And, she recently also appeared as an extra on WWE television. But, there has been no call from the company for NXT or main roster yet. But Viva Van has been on fire on social media. The fans want her to make a debut in one of the major companies. I don't know if that's going to be happening, but I know that she really wants to be signed by a major company as well. So I don't know about what's going to happen, but Viva Van also a very good talent, a real talent, who is unsigned so far. Also a very good friend of Mission, from what I believe. Anyways, let's see. He's back in NXT. New name is Commander. All right, James, thanks for that. Okay. Once again, Piper gets Mia Yim. I'm just gonna call her Mia Yim because Mission just makes no sense. And here we are. Mia Yim just sent to the corner. Big chop to the chest. Piper gets her up on the shoulder. Mia Yim gets away. A spinning kick right there. A spinning round kick straight to the head of Piper Niven. And Piper, in a tough spot, sends her to the ropes. Piper is gonna go for a clothesline. And Mia Yim taken out. Going for the cover is Piper. And Mia cannot kick out. Are you kidding me? Did not see that coming, but Piper Niven is victorious. She pinned Mia Yim clean 1, 2, and 3. Now I know why True mentioned that she should have gone to AEW. That was a very quick loss for Mia Yim. I did not see that happening at all. Did not see that happening. That's right, Black Hole Slam. I guess nobody kicks out of that. Alright, Mia Yim taken out. That's interesting. By the way, it's been an hour, almost an hour since we've been watching this show, and I must say, this first hour of the show, it flew by. It definitely did flew by. Like this past Friday, we were watching SmackDown, and time just wouldn't pass, right? I just checked the time. It had only been 30 minutes, 45 minutes. It was a slow show. But tonight, the first hour literally flew by like nothing, and that's always indicative of a great show. So this show tonight has been pretty good. For a go-home show, it's been a sweet show. I call her Mission or Machine. I agree, Tones. I mean that name is interesting. I'm just gonna stick to Mia Yim. I think it makes sense. That's right. Good for Piper in event. She needs to win. I agree. That's right. Also, we're taking a look right now at the whole drama between the Usos, the Bloodline, Jey Uso not showing up, not answering the calls, and not showing up until the last minute. But he did show up late, just in the nick of time, joined his brother, defending his title successfully. But we still don't know what's going to be happening. We know that Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso are not going to be on SmackDown. They're not going to be at the Elimination Chamber because Roman Reigns has asked them not to be there. So, and also because, they have a lot of DUIs under their belt and they're not allowed to be in Canada. But we're not going to talk about that. The Usos are not going to be there tonight. So, let's see. That's right, James. Moan, that is Sasha Banks is going to be there. She's going to be fighting for the NJPW Women's title this weekend. So it's a pretty substantial event happening this weekend from NJPW. Is anybody going to be watching it? Let me know, because we already have a big show happening, that is the Elimination Chamber. So we'll see how this whole NJPW stuff goes. Piper versus Nia Jax, WrestleMania. Tones, if that happens, the ring's gonna fall apart. We know it. Two super heavyweights going at it at Mania. The ring's gonna fall apart for sure. I don't think it's gonna happen at Mania though. Maybe that match will be reserved for another event, maybe SummerSlam. But I don't think it's gonna be a WrestleMania worthy event match. I don't think it's gonna happen. But it should definitely happen because it's just out there. You look at Piper, you cannot help but think of Nia Jax. Even though I feel like Piper is a lot better in the ring than Nia Jax ever was. But I feel like this match will happen. It's a match that fans want to see. It's a match that I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to book. Whenever Nia Jax is ready, I guess, we will get this match. The New Japan show in California, that's right, true. Yep. Where is Cody, says Tones? That's a good question. That's a great question. Wait. That's a great... I don't think that I saw Cody Rhodes in a mention in the preview for tonight's show. I don't know if he's going to be there. Probably not, because tonight is all about the go home for the Chamber. And we know Cody Rhodes has a clear ticket to WrestleMania, so he has got nothing, to do with the Chamber itself. He's got nothing to do there. So maybe he doesn't show up tonight, right? Because they don't really need him tonight. So let's see. Let's go Sasha Banks. Mona says, Ricky, I like that. That's right. All right. Ron Deaton says, Bloodline got to call Jacob Fatu for Montreal. Now, when it comes to Jacob Fatu, there's something big happening in the near future. Man, that something is, nobody knows about it. Only a very select few people know what Jacob Fatu is going to be doing in the very near future. I also happen to be one of the people who have an idea of what's going to be happening, but I've been told, not to share that with anybody just yet, because it's a big news, it's a big story. So, one thing's for sure, Jacob Fatu will do something major, but we will see it very soon, right? I've got two big things happening very soon in the world of wrestling. One has to do with independent wrestling as a whole. One has to do with Jacob Fatu. Both of the things I know about, but, I can't share yet. But hopefully, in the near future, we'll see it for ourselves. Why do they keep referring to Dominic and Rhea as a couple? She's in I know, right? I thought she was the mommy for Dominic Mysterio, but seems like, they're a couple, so that's that. Alright, Run DMG, you've been on Twitter, says Tones, that is sweet. Okay. I know, Tones. I miss Cody Rhodes too. It's always good to see him. And Izzy says Cody's missing tonight. Yep. But again, he has got nothing to do with the Chamber itself. Tonight's show is all about the Chamber, so it's okay if he doesn't show up tonight. That's fine. Alright, Chicago fan, can I ask you? Oh, alright. Sure, I think you can go ahead, Tones. And AJ says, Intone says, AJ has a secret of him. I do. A little bit of secret. Interview with Jacob Fatu, says Chris. That would be nice, Chris. Actually, I never thought about it. Holy crap. I never thought about an interview with Jacob Fatu. You know what? We can make it happen. Give me a few weeks. You're right, a couple weeks, maybe. I will make that interview happen, sure. I think Jacob Fatu makes a lot more sense. We're going to have Jacob Fatu on the show, that's for sure. So give me a couple weeks. Let's have Jacob Fatu on the show. Yep. Anyways, we're back on commercial. I said a few weeks. I mean, a couple weeks, Towns. A couple weeks, right? I gotta make some phone calls. Anyways, back to 2K23. Let's take a look at the roster. We got Dana Brooke on the roster, so that's interesting. Now, when it comes to Piper Niven, she's in the game. She's in 2K23, but she's in 2K23 as Doudrop. So, that's disappointing. Piper Niven did not really make it to 2K23, but Doudrop did. So that's that. Of course, we got Diesel, we got Dexter Loomis, Doink the Clown, Dolph Ziggler, Dominic Mysterio, Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, of course, Eddie Guerrero, Edge, Elias. Nowhere, by the way, when you talk about Elias is in the game, but also in the game is Ezekiel. So both the brothers are in the game. You know, finally, Ezekiel and Elias can be in the same ring at the same time, and Elias can prove to the world that these are two different individuals. So Elias and Ezekiel are both going to be in the game. What is interesting is that in this game, we also have Eric Bischoff. You know, of course, we got Gigi Dolan also making her debut in 2K23, so that's that. We got Giovanni Vinci in there. Goldberg, if anybody cares, is going to be in the game, also making his video game debut. And this one I'm pretty excited about. Grayson Waller is going to be in the game as well. Happy Carbon is going to be in the game, so yeah, that is... I guess we also had Happy Carbon in 2K22, so they're probably going to reuse the model, let's be honest about it, right? They're probably going to reuse the model. Gunther is there, we got Hulk Hogan, and the rest of them are just the regulars. You know, Io Sky is going to be there, Indy Hartwell's there, that's sweet. JC Jane, JBL, JD McDonough is going to be in the game as well. You got Jerry Lawler, hopefully he's doing well. Jey Uso, Jim Neidhart, you know, most of them are just regulars. Yep, you got four versions of John Cena, Julius Creed, Kane, and this one I'm happy about, Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, the new version, the new model of Karrion Kross is gonna be in the game, so that's fantastic. Alright, a question, brother. Can we do a Saraya interview to get her side of the Alberto Del Rio drama, since we got his side of the story? Now, with Saraya, brother Chris, it's tricky, right? Because we know she's an AEW star now. She's signed to AEW, and yeah, that's hard. You know, I can get a WWE interview, we can try to get a WWE Hall of Famer, but an AEW signed star is always a challenge for me, so because of her relationship. So hopefully I can give it a shot. You know, I know her brother, but you know, we'll see. And here we are right now with Carbon.
Actually, hold that thought. I'm getting news that something important is happening in the arena.
Oh, of course, Sami Zayn is here. This is gonna be good. Alright, so basically they told us that Carbon is not that important, right? They can skip on Carbon for the time being because Sami Zayn is there. So it shows how important Baron Carbon is right now on the roster. That's a big slap to the face. They did not have to do that, but they did it, and that just buries Carbon even further. Now that is funny. Or maybe not for Carbon. And
Cody Rhodes. I know you're back there, buddy. If you'll please indulge me and come on out to this ring right now.
oh, he's gonna be here. Oh, that's fun. Alright, so there we go. Cody Rhodes, everybody said that you guys were missing him, and he's here. Or is it gonna be a swerve? Oh no, he's indeed here. Cody Rhodes, all suited up and everything. Look at him, the Royal Rumble winner, going straight to WrestleMania. Cody Rhodes is here. This should be good. Montreal Screwjob, Run DMG. History could definitely repeat itself in Montreal. It makes sense. I'm quite bummed out that the pyros actually went off because, you know, Cody Rhodes' entrance Wait a second, let me just mute this real quick. Yeah, so Cody Rhodes' entrance only is legit if there's a pyro fail. Without a pyro fail, it's not really Cody Rhodes making an entrance, right? Yeah. There must be a pyro fail whenever Cody Rhodes is coming out, because that is what should happen, right? The first couple weeks of Cody Rhodes, after he made his return to the company, there were pyro fails after pyro fails, and they just stuck with me. I want to see a pyro fail every time Cody Rhodes comes out. All right. Oh, this is great. All right, they're now face to face. Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn. It's so good to see them. This should be good. This should be great. Yep.
What do you want to talk about? You know, Cody, last week on Raw, you had this verbal exchange with Paul Heyman, and it set the world on fire. Everyone was talking about it, and with good reason. There was a lot to unpack there, but there was one thing that you said that has been replaying in my mind over and over and over, and I can't stop thinking about it. And it is when you said that it is looking more and more every day like it's going to be Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn.
Oh dear, so Sami Zayn right now is really dreaming, right? He's really flying right now on cloud nine. He's on fire. He knows he's got the fan support, and he now is dreaming for a match against Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. You know, I guess it doesn't hurt to dream, but I don't think it's going to be happening. It just cannot happen. Roman Reigns is not going to drop the titles to Sami Zayn just a month away from WrestleMania. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Agent, eat a chili, please. Tones. No, it's not going to happen, brother. I'm not eating no chili. Not tonight. The American Nightmare meets Sami. Yep. That is true. And look at the yes chants breaking up right there. This is what I was talking about last week, right? A lot of people look at Sami Zayn this time just the way that they looked at Daniel Bryan a few years ago. They look at Sami Zayn as a new Daniel Bryan. They want him to be inserted into the main event and make it a triple threat. And hence the yes chants. Wow. And this is awesome chance breaking up right now. That is definitely going to be sending across a message. Fans definitely want to see this match happen, apparently. Okay.
I don't think that's what this is about. Does it really matter what I believe? I think what matters is what you believe.
That's right. Isn't that right?
Do you, Sami Zayn, believe that you can defeat Roman Reigns?
Alright, so pep talk right here from Cody Rhodes. He's just firing up the inner monster. The monster that's hidden right now in Sami Zayn. I guess he needed this before Chamber. Alright. You're right, Chris. Yep. Yeah, that's another interesting thing that you just raised, right? Another interesting point. Sami Zayn also rocking the long hair, the long beard, quite like Bryan Danielson or Daniel Bryan did around WrestleMania 30. So that's another very interesting point that you just raised right now. But honestly, I don't see Sami Zayn on the same level as Daniel Bryan. You know, Daniel Bryan back then had an unbelievable fan support. You know, fans just hijacking the show for Bryan, getting in the ring for Bryan, all of that craziness, that move. It was a movement, right? It was a whole movement that was global and that was viral on social media everywhere. Everybody was talking about Bryan Danielson. This time around, I don't see that kind of a movement happening for Sami Zayn. I understand that he's a fan favorite. People love him. People pity him. I don't see him on the same level as Bryan. I don't see him as a main eventer either. I'm sorry, but I don't think Sami Zayn is worthy of main eventing WrestleMania, at least this year. Maybe something else happens. Maybe he just improves even more and gets even more important by WrestleMania 40. But WrestleMania 39, no, I don't think that Sami Zayn is gonna be main event worthy this year. I don't think so. I don't think that Sami Zayn is popular enough to really, you know, for people to look at the poster and go, oh my gosh, Sami Zayn is main eventing, this is gonna be awesome. A lot of people, if they look at the main event poster with Sami Zayn on it, they're gonna go, who is that guy? You know, a lot of the casuals, they don't know Sami Zayn, so yeah, I don't think it's he's main event worthy just yet. And Tony says, I personally believe that Sami will not defeat Roman for the... I agree, Tony. Probably should not be happening either.
If you were asking me if I think I'm capable of becoming the undisputed Universal Champion, yes, I believe that. If you're asking me if I think I am worthy of being WrestleMania main event material, yes, I believe that.
All right.
I have to believe that with every fiber of my being, because if I don't believe that, no one else will, Cody. Okay?
Andy, my brother Andy, it's good to see you, Andy. Welcome back. You know, we were just talking about you a few minutes ago. You were wondering, where is Andy? It's great to see you. Welcome, welcome. That's right.
Okay, Cody, I don't know.
Cody's doing a great job at selling Sami Zayn's promo right now. Okay, look at his facial expressions. He's doing a great job in his silence itself.
You don't know? That's what you're saying to me? You don't know? It seems like everybody here knows.
Yep.
It seems like your hometown of Montreal, where they watched you as an upstart wrestler, they're going to be chanting your name.
That's right. Hometown of Montreal. We know Montreal for its screw jobs. Maybe we're going to see a Montreal Screwjob 2.0 happening, just like Tony mentioned earlier, right? So it could happen as well, just like Ron DMG mentioned earlier. I'm sorry. That's right. Zayn forever, says Ron DMG. Okay, all right. Chris says, I think Sami will get screwed at Chamber and get a shot at triple threat match at Mania. All right. You know what? It could happen. I personally do not want for it to happen. I think this is Cody Rhodes' time. He's earned it. He's deserved it. He's worked hard for it. Not that Sami Zayn has not worked hard for it either, but still. I don't think he's ready to main event WrestleMania. I don't think so.
Becoming a reality is because of you. This awesome moment in time.
There we go. Cody Rhodes really firing up Sami Zayn right now with his words. I guess Sami Zayn really needed something like this before WrestleMania, so good for him. Alright, so Andy here says, what's happened so far? Andy, so far we've seen the Street Profits taking on the Judgment Day. So that was a sweet match right there. We saw a contract signing happening between Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. That contract signing actually ended up with Bobby Lashley taking out Brock Lesnar and walking out of there with the upper hand. We saw Piper Niven taking out Mia Yim for good and getting the victory. And now we're looking at Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn in the War of Words. So that's what's happened so far, Andy. Yep. You know, I'm looking at the crowd right now. I want all of you to analyze this with me. I'm looking at the crowd. I can see the fans are making some noise. But from the looks of it, it seems like it's a 40 or maybe a 30-70 picture. 30% of the people are invested in this whole promo. I see 30% or maybe 40% of people making some noise, cheering Sami Zayn on. But the rest of the crowd, I see them silent. I don't see them involved. I don't see them making a noise. Yes, there is pop, but there's not a big pop. The entire arena is not erupting for Sami Zayn. We see a lot of people just sitting there or standing there as calm as my mug right now. You know, it's not making any noise whatsoever. It's just sitting here. So, yeah, I think that just tells us a big picture. It gives us a good idea of how many people actually are involved in this whole Sami Zayn drama. Not a lot. There's a substantial amount, at least 30 to 40%, but a better portion of the crowd is not invested in this. And it's visible right now on TV, at least to me. Let me know what you think, but I don't think everybody is into it. Yep. I don't see it. I don't see it. Anyways, coming back to the comments, Andy says, what have I missed so far? Just like I said, brother, not a lot. Not a whole lot. But this show tonight has definitely been good. Not a dull moment so far tonight. We get, oh dear, Broman, my brother. Good to see you, brother. I see James here was sushing me up. Alright, James, good to see you. And Broman, it's great to see you, brother. He says, feel like Sami Zayn is gonna lose, but come back with the old look. That must happen. Honestly, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn coming together as a tag team once again. Sami Zayn coming back to his old look is something that I think we all need, and Sami Zayn himself needs. You know, he can only grow his beard or his hair so long. It's time for him to come back to his old look. The Sami Zayn that we had back in NXT, you know, teaming up with Kevin Owens once again, maybe going after the tag titles. I think that would be just fantastic. And here we are now. Carmella face to face with the one and only Asuka. That's right. And she's totally creeped out by Nikki ASH and Asuka.
Nikki, hey, what's going on? I mean, last week we were following your...
It almost seemed to me that they were gonna make out. Nikki Cross and Asuka seem like they're really doing well together. I guess birds of a feather, they indeed flock together, and that's what's happening right here. Tony says, powerful words from the American Nightmare. I agree. This was the kind of a pep talk that it seemed like Sami Zayn really needed tonight. By the way, we're also going to be getting a Raw vs. SmackDown 6 women's tag team match. Should be good. Carmella is going to be working with the two freaks, Asuka and Nikki Cross tonight. So let's see how this goes down. Andy says, I hope the Elimination Chamber is going to be a good show, unlike the Rumble. Andy, you did not like the Rumble. I guess you did not enjoy the Rumble because we were not watching it together. But now that we're back here and we're all watching the shows together, I'm pretty sure Chamber is going to be a better show, or it's going to seem like a better show than the Rumble did. So that's that, Andy. And love that, Ricky. Where's Jinder Mahal when you... I know. Where is Jinder Mahal? Where is Shanky dancing and doing the bomber? We don't see Shanky anymore, do we? So that's that. And we got Rory here. Rory, it's good to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you. And Sammy needs a haircut, says Ricky. Oh, he does, honestly. You know, I wouldn't complain if he gets a haircut, goes back to his old look, the old days, the old ring gear, for God's sake. Bring back the old Sami Zayn. You know, I'm not talking about the Sami Zayn from 2 years ago. I'm talking about the Sami Zayn from like 4 or 5 years ago, right? That's the Sami Zayn that I feel we really need. Gary says, I think Cody versus Sami should be... I agree. I totally agree. You know, I can see Sami Zayn main eventing SummerSlam. SummerSlam for sure. But WrestleMania is a whole different ball game, especially this year. WrestleMania is going to Hollywood. It's not happening in Texas, or it's not happening, you know, in New York. It's happening in Hollywood. They have to have a major name. They have to have major players in every single match. And I don't think Sami Zayn is that guy who would main event WrestleMania in Hollywood. I don't think it's going to be happening. Let's see what else do we have here. Tony says, you know what, AJ? I thought Danhausen was the one true evil in professional wrestling. Thanks for the evil Asuka and Nikki Cross. Oh, that's right. Yeah, these two. They're a lot more evil than Danhausen is. You're right, Tony. You're right. Yep, that's right. I enjoyed the Rumble. I just didn't care for the other matches, says Andy. It makes sense. All right. Ricky says, and Andy, why? Oh, I see. Yeah, it seems like Andy did not enjoy the other matches, honestly. You know, I did not watch the Rumble, as you know, but coming out of the Rumble, I only heard, people talking about the Rumble matches only, not about the other matches, so I get that. That's right. Rumble obviously is a very important match. People look forward to the 30-man match every single year, so whenever that pay-per-view comes about, most of the people only care about the 30-man mayhem. That is the Royal Rumble, so that's that. And thank you, Gary. Thank you. I really appreciate you, and welcome everybody who's new. Welcome on the stream. It's good to see all of you. And Clay, I see you need a picture of Bayley. We'll get a picture of Bayley if she wins tonight's show, and if she goes on to the Elimination Chamber. We're gonna have a big picture of Bayley at the Chamber. I promise you that, Clay. I promise you that. That's right. Thank you, M-Tones. And Ricky, I really liked Rumble matches. There's not the other matches, says Andy. Makes sense, my brother. Makes sense. All right. And Rory says, do you think Raw would benefit from going back to 2 hours? You know who would benefit from if Raw goes back to 2 hours? It would be us, the fans. Because a lot of times we see that Raw, the second hour especially, is just fillers. It's pure fillers. So if Raw goes back to 2 hours, fans will benefit from it because it's gonna let the fans or allow the fans go to bed in time. And especially, with Valentine's Day happening right tomorrow, right, just a few hours away, I think fans could really use that extra 1 hour. So yeah, Raw going back to 2 hours would definitely benefit the fans, but it wouldn't benefit WWE, financially. That's why they're not gonna go back to 2 hours. They're gonna stick to 3 hours and enjoy all the revenue that they generate through the advertising and whatnot. So it's going to be a 3-hour show. That is for sure. Anyways, here we are now, finally with Baron Corbin. Something tells me that something else is going to interrupt this interview. Look at Baron Corbin, doesn't look too happy.
Apologies about earlier, Baron. Now, as I was saying last week.
Hey, Kathy looks good, all right.
We all saw what happened last week. And the truth is, I'm better off without JBL. He's dragging me down. He's giving me bad advice while he hobbles around in that stupid cowboy hat.
Oh, so JBL is stupid now, and his outfit is stupid now. It took Baron Corbin a few good weeks to realize that, or a few good months, I must say.
I am so sick and tired of being disrespected. Let's take you, for example. We had an interview, didn't we?
Oh, that is funny. She did disrespect him, right?
Sami Zayn!
She clearly said, there's something else that's important that's going down in the ring right now, so we have to interrupt this interview. Now, that was a big slap to the face of Baron Corbin, I thought.
Reigns destroys Sami Zayn in front of
Purely disrespectful.
and his friends.
That's
He's a
right.
walking dead man. In no world does Sami Zayn beat Roman. Let me ask you something. Do you know who the last person to beat Roman Reigns is? It's me. I did that. And now we look at Royal Rumble. I was blindsided by Brock Lesnar. Otherwise, I would have punched my ticket to go to WrestleMania and beat Roman again. But now Roman has another opponent that he's...
I really wonder, what is Baron Corbin going to do? I mean, he's tried everything. He's been broke Corbin, happy Corbin, Corbin with JBL, and now he's here, Corbin giving an interview with Cody Rhodes right behind him. What is next for Baron Corbin?
The number 30 spot at the Royal Rumble.
Wait, are we going to get a match tonight with Baron Corbin and Cody Rhodes? Because this seems like it's a making of a match that's going to be happening.
I think Cody Rhodes is a joke. I think
Now, we're getting a match. We're so getting a match.
it's a joke.
It's happening. Oh dear! And Cody Rhodes has had enough. He gets right in there and starts beating the crap out of Baron Corbin. That was funny. Oh dear. This is funny. And through the gorilla, out to the stage, Cody Rhodes is an angry man. There we go, just grabbing him by the back of his head and just smashing his face against the LED screen right there. Baron Corbin is paying the price for the big mouth that he has. There we go, Cody Rhodes once again sends Baron Corbin to the barricade, beating the holy hell out of Corbin. This guy is just being used right now as a mop, right? Everybody comes in there and mops the floor with Baron Corbin. Let it be Kathy Kelly, let it be Cody Rhodes, let it be Brock Lesnar. Everybody using Baron Corbin as a literal mop, and there's no lie about it. Poor guy, look at him. Oh, it's a match? It's a match. Oh dear. Holy crap, and Cody Rhodes sending Baron Corbin right there straight to the outside and diving to the outside on Baron Corbin, taking him out. Holy crap, did not see that coming. That's an impromptu match we got right there. This is fantastic. Oh, poor guy. This is great. This is great. And Andy, thank you. I'm glad you like my outfit, brother. Thank you for that. I think FTR would be booked better by Hunter, says Gary. It says, I agree. Yeah, I do agree. I mean, FTR, I really have not been doing a lot in AEW, so sure, I agree with that. And here we are one more time. It seems like Baron Corbin has turned the tables around, and Cody Rhodes right now. Oh, there you go. Rhodes sending Baron Corbin straight headfirst into the ring post, and Baron Corbin once again in a tough spot, falling back down to the floor. Cody Rhodes once again on top of his game. I love that. Izzy, welcome back, my brother. Welcome back. What an all-elite mistake by Baron Corbin, says Toe. I agree. Big mistake. And here we are. That's another big mistake that he's doing. He was about to do. He grabbed Cody Rhodes, got him on top of the table. Of course, Cody Rhodes here turned the tables around one more time. And I believe he's going to put Baron Corbin through the table, or sending it straight to the steel steps. Poor Baron Corbin. I almost feel bad for him tonight. Cody Rhodes versus Jay White would be nice. We've heard a lot of chatter, a lot of buzz around Jay White lately. You never know, he might show up in a WWE show one day. Maybe after WrestleMania. Probably after WrestleMania. And here we are one more time. Look at that. Cody Rhodes. Nice. A Cody Cutter. That was fantastic. Rhodes is literally using him as a mop. Nothing else but a mop. This should be it. This has gotta be it. Crossroads. That's right. And going for the cover. So this match did nothing but make Baron Corbin look like an absolute joke, right? Kathy Kelly did it early on, and Cody Rhodes did exactly what Kathy Kelly did, but physically. Oh, poor Baron Corbin. Jonathan says, AJ, how's your weather over there? I'm in Portland, Oregon, visiting my dad. It's freezing here. I see, I'm a Cali boy. I need my son, brother. You know, you might be a Cali boy, but over here, you're gonna melt like ice cream. It's getting hot. It definitely is getting hot. Today actually is a lot cooler than usual. You know, we're talking, what is the weather right now? Actually, let me take a look. Let's see. So, right now it's about 53, and it's only 8 in the morning. It's only gonna get hotter, it's only gonna get hotter as the day goes on. Tonight, the maximum temperature is gonna be about 71, so it's hot. It's hot. You know, it can also get as hot as 82, so on a regular day, so it definitely gets hot over here. That's right, hot and humid, so that's that. But I do love my snow. I do love the cold more than anything else. Right? That's just my weather. I love the cold. I love the snow. I love it when it freezes. It's great. But I hope you guys are having a great time. We have a new Curt Hawkins. You're right, Gary. I think this is the best comment, right? It just summarizes the whole thing that we got right here. I guess Baron Corbin is indeed the new Curt Hawkins. Yeah, that's it. Unless Baron Corbin goes back to being the Lone Wolf, which, by the way, I never liked the Lone Wolf myself. I know that a lot of people love the Lone Wolf and feel like that was the best thing Baron Corbin's ever done. I never was a fan of the Lone Wolf, but I still think that unless he goes back to being the Lone Wolf, Baron Corbin is most likely only gonna be the next Curt Hawkins. I mean, look at what's happening right here. It's awful. Not sure how Baron Corbin is gonna get back from here, but he really desperately needs help in a creative way. Let's see. Did you see my comment about Roderick Strong? Let's take a look. Brooklyn Joker. Brooklyn Joker, by the way. Good to see you. Welcome. Let's see, what did you comment about Roderick Strong? AJ, for 2K23, Roderick Strong is not up in it. When is he up in... Oh, wow. Roderick Strong is not in 2K23? I'm actually surprised. So they can get Doudrop. They can get Vince McMahon in 2K23, but not Roderick Strong. You're right. Roderick Strong is indeed not in the game. He's not. They got Robert Roode in the game, but not Roderick Strong. Oh my god. They even have Reggie in the game, but not Roderick Strong. You've got to be kidding me. That is surprising. I did not notice that Brooklyn Joker. I mean, his contract has got to be up then. Or it's got to be up soon. I don't think he's important enough to be a DLC, so something's got to be up. He is currently signed to the WWE from what I see and from what I understand, but it does seem like something's got to be happening behind the scenes. Wow. And let's see what else do we have here. We got Samuel here. Good to see you. Welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Hope you've been enjoying the show tonight. It's been pretty damn good. It has been good. And how long have we been watching it for? We've been watching it for about 90 minutes, and 90 minutes flew by tonight. Tonight's show definitely has been fun. It's been a great night, and the night is only gonna get better, hopefully. You know, we're gonna have a 6-women's match right now. It's gonna be the Raw versus SmackDown match that I did not know that we needed, but we're gonna get it anyways. A Raw versus SmackDown match happening right after this commercial break. We'll see how this goes, but let me know, guys, what is your prediction? Is Raw gonna win, or is SmackDown gonna reign supreme right here on Monday Night Raw tonight in the 6-women's tag team match? Let me know. Let's see what else do we have here. Asuka says otherwise. James, still respect your opinion, says Tony. What did James say? James says, besides Raquel, this Raw team is a joke. Alright, so let's see. In the Raw team tonight, we've got Asuka, we've got, of course, Carmella, we got Nikki Cross. So I haven't seen much of Nikki Cross myself, so I really can't say about her, but I do believe that Asuka cannot be taken as a joke, not yet. But I understand James' point, because last week, from what I remember, Asuka did not look super strong. Right? She did not look super strong. I mean, I felt like last week's match that she had, she should have won that match within few seconds, but she did not. She actually got beat up a little bit as well. And because of the distraction, she was able to win the match. So I feel like she should be booked properly. She should be booked a lot stronger than she has been booked lately. But I don't think she's a joke, but she should be booked as a stronger competitor than she is right now. But we'll see how this goes. Alright. You always need jobbers in wrestling, says Run DMG. I agree. Absolutely, brother. Have ever been a heel longer than Corbin? Yeah. That's an interesting question. Has there ever been a heel longer than Baron Corbin? I don't know. That's a very good question. There has to be a heel that has been there, that has been a heel longer than Corbin. But has there ever been a heel and a joke longer than Corbin is a better question, right? I mean, Corbin, even though he's a heel, he's an absolute and a total joke. But has there ever been somebody who has surpassed Baron Corbin as a heel in one single run? Let us know. Let's see. I'm just trying to envision how Rhodes can beat Roman Reigns. I just cannot see it happening, says Jonathan. You know, I think he's going to win the same way he won the Royal Rumble. You know, he came in pretty late. We all know that, but he's going to do it. He's just going to do it. He's done a lot of unthinkables this past year. You know, one of the biggest unthinkable things that he did was leaving AEW for WWE. So if he could do that, I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to beat Roman Reigns. He just has to figure out a way how. I only hope, I really, really hope that his way of winning the match is not going to be Brandy Rhodes. I really hope that Brandy Rhodes does not show up at WrestleMania, but only time will tell. Yep, but I'm pretty sure he's going to use everything, any weapon, anything that he has up in his arsenal to be able to win that big match at Mania. So we'll see how this goes down. They have Ezekiel and Elias. That's right. They have both of them in the game, brother, which means that fans can finally have both Ezekiel and Elias in the same ring at the same time. So that's that. AJ, you're hearing news about some crazy fans. Wait a second. So I did not see any crazy, news about a fan attacking Liv Morgan, but I did see a video of fans approaching her, surrounding her at an airport, asking for autographs. And a similar thing happened with Rey Mysterio. He was obviously unmasked, and he was at an airport about to board his flight when a bunch of fans approached him and surrounded him, and they were asking for autographs. And we're not talking about fans asking him to sign an item. There were people with these pop vinyl figures boxes, stuck to a cardboard, and they were asking him to sign every single one of them. In total, there must have been like 20 or 30 items that they wanted for him to sign. He refused to do so. He said, I'm not going to sign because I'm literally signing right here to help you guys make money. So he said, I'm not going to do that, or I'm not allowed to do that, is what he said. And he only signed one item that was brought by one of the fans in the crowd. So that's that. But obviously, as we can see, as we have been seeing on social media, the stars are sick and tired of fans approaching them in public and demanding autographs. So I think that's a practice that fans should probably stop because it just bothers people so much, but that's that. Anyways, here we are. Nikki Cross just rushing to the ring. Oh dear. Nikki Cross definitely looks more than fired up. More than fired up for sure. That's right. That's right, Jonathan. It is. It gets hot. It gets hot for sure. That's right. And with that being said, Asuka coming out. She looks good. She looks great. And we got a question here from M-Tones asking, why did Cody wrestle? It was a very impromptu match. Did not know that match was going to happen, but I liked it. I loved it. You know, it only made Baron Corbin look even weaker, but I still love the match. You know, impromptu matches is what we need. You know, the surprise element to every single show. Impromptu matches featuring these big stars like Cody Rhodes is what we need. So I'm not gonna complain. I thought it was a great idea to have Cody Rhodes in that match. And the impromptu match was nice. And here we are. Nikki Cross and Raquel Rodriguez. They're opening the match here. Going one-on-one. Raquel Rodriguez right now seems like she's got the upper hand over Nikki Cross. That's right. Grabs her with absolute ease and just tosses her across the ring. Nikki Cross in a tough spot, as we can see. Several fans asked about Liv Morgan for autographs. That's right, she did. She did sign every single one of the items that were brought about by the fans, unlike Rey Mysterio. Yeah, it seemed like Nikki Cross was trying to escape, was trying to get away from the fans, but when she figured out that the fans were just gonna chase her, she stopped, turned around, and just signed. So she didn't bother arguing with the people. Her popularity is through the roof. That's right. You're right, Tony. Absolutely. And Reggie's now Scripps. Oh, he's now known as Scripps. Good for him. I don't know. Maybe Reggie was a better name, but I hope he's doing something better in NXT than he was doing on the main roster. And here we are now. Carmella. The sharpshooter's locked in. Carmella trying to make it to the ropes, and Nikki Cross gets in there, breaking the submission hold, and it's all the women in the ring at the same damn time. It's a full-on brawl happening in the ring. Raquel Rodriguez tosses Nikki Cross out, and it is, wow. Asuka also tossed out of the ring. It is Team SmackDown that is dominating right here on Monday Night Raw. That's a pretty big slap to the face of Team Raw, I guess. But once again, with that being said, we go to commercial. I don't know if it's going to be a picture-in-picture for all of you, but for me, it's a full-on commercial, as you can see right now. He wanted everybody to take his eyes off him. That's right. Let's see. M-Tone says, AJ, my rare question. What is your rare question, M-Tones? Let's see. I don't see it. Nikki Cross is a good wrestler, says Run DMG. The whole thing with Nikki ASH did not work out, but I'm glad that Nikki Cross is being accepted by the fans, and it seems like it's working out better than ASH ever did. Honestly, I think that ASH was something that Nikki Cross came up with, and she was hoping that it would be super popular, you know, amongst the younger fans, and would be a big merch mover, and it would bring in a lot of money, would be super sensational, successful, and that's why WWE also decided to put the title on ASH very early on after the debut of this ASH character. Obviously it did not work out. The whole outfit was hideous. The butterfly was hideous. It just did not have to work out. It did not work out, but I'm glad that Cross is doing okay. At least for now, it's doing okay. That's right. Alright. And Jonathan says, we spoke about Simon Cowell's plastic surgery. Yeah, that's right. I have seen Madonna as well, Jonathan. The plastic surgeries do not stop. But again, it's just the business, the whole industry of entertainment is so demanding. Everybody wants to look perfect. They want to look like the best version of themselves. Hence, they go for these very tedious surgeries. And obviously, they lose a part of themselves every time they go under the needle. It is sad, but that's what the industry is all about. That's why we keep seeing these people going in and out of the surgery room, right, to get all these plastic surgeries. It is sad, but it is the industry. Yeah. And we also see people regretting it. You know, Simon Cowell, I was reading one of his interviews recently where he said that he regrets his surgeries. He regrets what he's done to his face. He realizes it, but he cannot help it any longer. It's just what it is. I like Nikki Cross a million times better when she's pure evil. I agree. Tony, I agree. I also read, I believe somebody commented this last week that Sanity might be back, that we might be seeing Sanity coming back here for Nikki Cross. If that happens, it's going to be the best thing that's ever happened to Nikki in the past 3-4 years. I don't know if it's going to be happening though, but if it happens, it's going to be the best for Nikki Cross. But let's see. Some wrestlers don't mind, they know the differences between fans for autographs compared to people wanting to have things signed for the money. That's right. And if you look at the video that was posted, you know, the Rey Mysterio incident, it just seemed like they were not fans, right? You could just see they did not look very eager or excited to meet Rey Mysterio. They just were there for him to sign the autographs. They were not fans, so it was out there. That's right. And Jonathan says, has anybody heard anything on Kofi Kingston? I definitely have not. Anybody here? Did we see a Kofi Kingston movement happening at Royal Rumble? Because, you know, Royal Rumble matches, you know, it's not complete unless we have a Kofi Kingston movement. Did we have anything like that at this year's Rumble? Let me know, guys. Alright, let's see. We're back from commercial break right now. Carmella and Natalya going at it. Natalya looking good. I like the Natalya a lot better when she's not wearing her skimpy outfits. Like recently, we have been seeing Natalya really, I believe, pushing her glamorous side on TV, right? Wearing outfits that are, you know, far skimpier than we were used to seeing Natalya in. So I like her a lot better when she's wearing her ring gear and she's coming out here rocking the pink and the black as always. But when she's wearing, you know, I believe those dresses that we saw her, you know, similar to last week's Friday Night SmackDown, you know, I cannot relate to it. I always relate to Natalya, you know, to the pink and the black and, you know, just a very decent and dignified Natalya. But the Natalya that we've been seeing on TV lately, I cannot relate to it. Let's see, this match is being rushed, says True. I agree, brother. And honestly, I'm not fully into this match. I feel like this match is more of a filler than anything else. Yeah, I'm not into it myself. And I agree with you. This match is definitely being rushed. And if you look at the time right now, they have, what? Second. They still have a lot of time left, right? They definitely have a lot of time. They have like 50% of the show still left. So I don't believe that they are in a spot to really rush this match. They have a lot of time left in their plate to do a lot more stuff on TV. So not sure what the reason is behind rushing this match. But we're getting the big spots very early. We're getting these women involved all in the ring, brawling in the ring together very early on in this match. So definitely is being rushed. And here we are, Asuka and Nikki Cross and Carmella now with the upper hand. And the three ladies... Wait a second. What just happened right here? Wait a second. What the... Isn't Asuka supposed to be in the same team as Nikki Cross and Carmella? What the heck is happening right here? She just took out her own teammates. This makes little sense. And here we are now, locking up Liv Morgan. I'm so confused. What is going on? With that being said, Asuka picks up the victory. I believe Team Raw here picks up the victory, but at what cost? Alright. I agree, True. Asuka really does not give a damn. I am so confused right now. Okay, but she looks happy and she got the victory, so I guess that's what matters. Alright. Anyways, it's gonna be every woman for herself, obviously. When it comes to the Elimination Chamber, she doesn't really care about team spirit, it seems. But it's gonna be every woman for herself this Saturday. And of course, the winner is gonna go on to WrestleMania. Honestly, I don't think it should be Natalya or Liv Morgan or Carmella or even Nikki Cross. My two favorite... Oh my gosh. With that being said, it's Otis. And Chad Gable, of course. The two people I really did not want to see tonight, but here we are.
The best hot dogs in the world, Coney Island.
Of course.
You know these are terrible for you, right? Yes, sir. Nitrates, toxins. You got to be kidding me.
Hi. Maxine Dupree, Director of Talent for the Maximum Male Models. We're looking for the face and physique for our new campaign. Have you ever considered doing any modeling?
Of course.
Actually,
Of course she's
I've
gonna.
done some modeling in the past, and I still take care of my body. Like a Greek god, I got the mind of a philosopher, but I consider myself more of a role model.
Maybe a hand model.
Actually, I was talking to.
Of course she was talking to Otis, right? There's something about Otis. All these girls, all these blondes, you know. Yeah, there's something in Otis.
Business card, that's important. Important part of networking, all right? The design could use some work. Bad watermark and stuff, but let me get you one of mine.
Oh. And there he is, Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed is in the ring now.
Okay, so that's pretty nice. Have we... Wait, you know what? I just realized I want to see a match between Bronson Reed and Otis. While I was gone, my friends, did we get a match between Bronson Reed and Otis? Because I feel like that is a match that we want, that we need, right? Bronson Reed and Otis, one-on-one, we need this match. Has it happened so far? Because I need to see it. Anyways, it seems like there's something in Otis. I'm not sure what it is, but Mandy Rose, right? Maxine Dupree, all these, you know, incredibly, I would say, glamorous, hot women, for some reason, they just get attracted. They just get pulled to Otis like the magnet that he is. What is it in Otis that attracts all these women? What is in him? Do you guys know what is the X factor that he possesses? Because I've started to wonder, what is it that just works out for him? Alright, only if I knew. I picked Raquel to win this Saturday facing Bianca Belair at WrestleMania Night 2. Raquel Rodriguez says Ricky. I think that Raquel Rodriguez and Asuka are honestly my two picks as well. My two favorite picks, without a doubt. I've got a strong feeling that it's got to be Asuka. Because, you know, at WrestleMania, we already have, you know, Rhea Ripley going at it with Charlotte Flair. So you already have, you know, two fairly normal women going at it, right? In WrestleMania. But we also need somebody who looks like a psychopath, who looks extraordinary, who looks like a total wrestler. Somebody like Asuka. So I feel like you need an attraction like that as well. And just for that reason, I feel it's going to be Asuka versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. But we shall see. Poor Mandy, I mean, I agree. Yeah, that's right. That's right, Tony. Poor Mandy, though. Poor Mandy, you know, to miss out on a golden opportunity such as Otis. I pick Kana, nothing against Raquel, says Andy. I agree. I definitely pick Kana or Asuka as well. Make this stop, says Ricky. Ricky, what are you, jealous right now of Otis? What's going on? You know, that was the one backstage segment featuring the Alpha Academy that I actually liked. I liked the way it just went on. You know, Maxine Dupree clearly flirting with Otis. Chad Gable just proving to the world how goofy he is. And Bronson Reed coming face to face with the Alpha Academy. I liked that backstage segment. It was pretty nice. Yeah. AJ, you know I love some Maxine, but not tonight. Mandy Rose was more better. I see, Ricky. All right. I feel like both the women are, you know, I feel they're pretty good in their own ways. Mandy Rose, obviously, you know, she had her looks, she had her attitude, but I like Maxine Dupree, the way she carries herself, and the fact that she has kept Maximum Male Model, such a terrible idea, alive. Even after all these months, it's still going, it's still surviving, and I feel that Maxine deserves a lot of credit for that. So I feel like Maxine is pretty good. You know, I think that she has done a good job so far. I'm not sure how much longer is Maximum Male Model is gonna survive, but so far it's definitely is surviving, and it's doing well. So Maxine, not too shabby. Let's see. Raw needs MMM. That's right, Tones. That's what I'm talking about. Otis versus Braun was. Wait a second. Otis versus Braun. All right, I'll have to check that out as well. Mandy Rose and Deonna Purrazzo are making great money. Wait, Andy, did Deonna? Oh, yes, I do remember. So Deonna Purrazzo is also on OnlyFans, I believe. Oh, good for her. You know, I guess this explains why Deonna Purrazzo is not the competitor that she used to be. Back then, Deonna Purrazzo on Impact Wrestling was just fantastic. You know, she was a great athlete. She was in a great shape. Obviously, was doing super well on TV as a champion. But now, you know, we've noticed it. It seemed like she has gained weight. She's slowed down in the ring. She's not as athletically sound or as skillful in the ring as I first saw her as, right? I think that she's a different competitor altogether. And I believe OnlyFans has to do something with it, because if you're making easy money off OnlyFans, you know, you're probably not going to be as interested in making hard-earned money in the squared circle. So I guess that explains. All right. And of course, Toxic Attraction is no more tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to see more about it, I guess, on NXT. So it's quite heartbreaking, though, that that Toxic Attraction, you know, of course, led by Mandy Rose, it seemed like it was going to be an unstoppable faction. I was quite convinced that we were going to see Toxic Attraction making their main roster debut as a team together, all three of the women. But it's not happening anymore. You know, Gigi is going her own way. Yeah. With that being said, Bronson Reed now coming out. Let's see how this match goes. This should be good. He's going to be fighting Mustafa Ali. All right. So it's going to be Montez Ford, Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and of course Damian Priest, all in the chamber for the U.S. Championship. It's quite refreshing to see the mid-card titles now being defended inside the chamber. You know, mid-card titles until last year were mostly forgotten. People did not much care about the mid-card titles, or at least the WWE did not care about the mid-card titles. Now it's all the other way around. Roman Reigns as the world champion, you know, he's in a whole different league altogether. But the mid-card titles are getting the shine that they deserve as well. So that's pretty nice to see, and quite refreshing too. Alright, Mandy was my queen. AJ, I love some Mandy. I miss seeing Mandy on TV, says Ricky. I know you appreciated Mandy Rose a lot. But, you know, she has chosen her path, and her path is not inside the squared circle, apparently. Tony says, I wish Bronson was on SmackDown so I can hear Wade Barrett yelling so now. I agree. Wade Barrett, by the way, on commentary is pretty good. Pretty good. Wait a second, is Bronson Reed wearing the same Holy crap, Bronson Reed is wearing the same sunglasses. Did you see right there? He's wearing the same, oh my gosh. Alright, Bronson Reed was wearing the same Versace glasses that I am wearing. I just realized that. Wow. Alright, this is the first time I saw somebody with the same pair of sunglasses. That's quite nice. Seems like Bronson Reed has got a lot of money, and he's got similar fashion sense as I have. That's nice. Deonna Purrazzo is doing the right thing, asking veterans advice as well, says Andy, I see. Yep. Alright, here we are now. Bronson Reed, Mustafa Ali going at it, of course. Bronson Reed seems like he's got the upper hand so far, or maybe not. Mustafa Ali turns it around, big kick straight to the head of Bronson Reed, and now targeting the left leg of Reed, and now going after the head of him. Of course, with the size advantage, Bronson Reed very easily grabs Mustafa Ali and tosses him over the top rope, sending him straight to the outside. Bronson Reed has clearly got a big size advantage right here over Ali. No surprise there. And Ricky did not see that coming, but Ricky says, I would love to see Deonna versus Mandy Rose for a fan page versus only fan page. Too hot lady on only. You know, I don't think it will be a wrestling match if that were to happen. It probably will not be a wrestling match and probably would not be PG. You know, so Ricky, I don't think we're going to get it. But here we are anyways. It is Bronson Reed who grabs Mustafa Ali once again midair and tosses him straight to the chairs in the ringside. Bronson Reed, there is no match, right? Big size advantage. It's a no match. I don't think Mustafa Ali is going to be able to win this match at all. Also, I'm not sure about the story of this match. You know, do they have something going? Is there some rivalry that's been stemming for quite a while here between Mustafa and Bronson? Because Bronson right here is absolutely destroying the guy, right? He's not just concentrated on winning this match. He's literally destroying Mustafa Ali. So has there been something been going on, you know, the past few weeks, some rivalry building between the two? Because this guy is destroying Ali. And Ali right here grabs the leg of Bronson Reed, trying to slow him down, but that's not going to be enough, as we know. That's right. See, Andy loves Ricky's plan. Andy says, Gigi Dolan better get respect if she's still to be moved to the main roster. I agree. I feel like Gigi is capable of so much. She's fantastic, very charismatic, good in the ring as well. I really hope that Gigi is treated well on the main roster. You know, it could be hard and a slippery slope because there's just so much competition on the main roster. You know, it would be easy for them to turn her into Carmella 2.0. Hopefully that doesn't happen and she's treated well, though. With that being said, you know, of course we all expected that, I'm pretty sure. Bronson Reed here with the big victory over Mustafa Ali. Just like that, 1, 2, and 3, Bronson Reed takes out Ali, gets the win. Jonathan says, what's the plan for the rest of the day? Jonathan, my brother, you know, just like you know, there's a studio that's being built at the moment. The studio for wrestling news, from where I'm going to be doing all the watch-alongs, all the streams, everything. We're going to have our very own studio, which is going to be, I believe, you know, most likely in action around WrestleMania. We're going to be putting it to use. So that is something that's being built, and, you know, of course, I will be touring the studio, looking at, you know, how things are going. It's currently being constructed, so there's like, it has lights, a lot of lights, you know, in the ceiling, on the walls. It is already in the final stages of it. You know, we've got the flooring done, we got the soundproofing done, so the final stages. So I'll be visiting the studio, making sure that it's going out well, and that's going to be one of the things that I'll be doing today. On top of that, there's going to be some other content creation, you know, some work. So that's the plan for the day for me. Yep. But I cannot wait for you all to check out the studio. It's undoubtedly the biggest thing that I've done for the channel so far. The studio is going to be state of the art. I'm pretty sure about that. You know, we're going to be having 4K cameras. The plan is for me to have not just one, but, you know, two angles, at least two angles when it comes to the studio. So we're going to be having two cameras in action every time we do a watch along and such. So we'll see. Oh, and now we are here with Kathy Kelly, with Edge, and of course Beth Phoenix backstage. I really like to see Gigi Dolan team with Candice LeRae. Andy, I would like that too, but honestly, what has Candice LeRae done lately? Has she done anything in the ring herself? All I see her is, you know, doing some talking backstage. I haven't really seen her, you know, in a serious match so far. So, has Candice LeRae really done anything? That's a big question. And Jonathan says, AJ, have you played any more of that Harry Potter game in your free time? I did, you know, try to play some of that game a little more, you know, record that game as well, the gameplay, because I want to push it out as one video for the entire gameplay. So I did try it, and it's a fun game, you know, it's definitely a good game, but as I said, very time consuming. That game takes a lot of my time, so I haven't been able to sit down and play a lot of it, but I did play it one more time. It's a sweet game. Jonathan, have you played it yourself? I know you've been wanting to play that game as well, right? So have you tried it out? Anybody else? Have you tried out that game yet? The Hogwarts Legacy? Let me know. Bronson won by his... yes, right. Bronson did pick up the victory. Of course, he defeated Mustafa Ali. No surprise whatsoever. And here we are now. We're getting a commercial for 2K23. Once again, the game looks good. 2K23, the trailer looks great. People ask me, you know, are you excited about that game? Are you going to buy the game? Well, if I look at the game, I'm not very excited because I don't see a big upgrade in the graphics. I don't see this game on par with the other, games that we see being released on the current gen or the next gen. It's just not on the same level. So I'm not too excited. I think I'll be more excited when I get to know about the gameplay and how the gameplay is improved, because the graphics part of it does not have me on the edge of my seat so far. So that's that. Thank you for that, Jonathan. Really appreciate it. Oh, how's the weather? The weather is definitely, it's hot, but today is cooler than usual, but still, it's hot. So it was quite chilly, in January, but ever since, February arrived, it's been hot. It's getting hotter by the day. That's right. Yeah, Andy, that's true, If Candice LeRae can get some help being teamed up with Gigi Dolan, that'd be nice. But I feel like Candice obviously has so much potential, but obviously is not being used to the fullest just yet. Jonathan says, I'm gonna wait until GTA 6 comes out before I buy a PS5. So ask me again in 2 years. I don't know if 2 years is gonna be enough, brother. It seems like GTA 6 is gonna be released in like 60 years. It's been way too long. Too much of a wait. Really, this is perhaps the first ever game, if I'm not wrong, which has been released in 3 different generations of consoles, right? First, it came out for the PS3, it was re-released for the PS4, and now for the PS5. I don't even know if we're going to see GTA 6 on the PS5. Maybe we're going to wait until the PS6, but yeah, it's been a long wait. Really, a very long wait. That's right. And good evening, Nell. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. What happened to Robert Roode? I believe the last time we saw Robert Roode was around, if I'm not wrong, was it around WrestleMania of last year? When we saw Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler doing their thing. God, this past year flew by so quickly. It just dawned on me, right? Last year we saw Dolph Ziggler, winning that NXT title and taking it to the NXT pay-per-view that happened close to WrestleMania, and then dropping it, I believe, and whatnot. So, yeah, it's been a long time since we have seen Robert Roode as well. It's been a long, long time. That's right. AJNFL is rigged. Run DMG. Alright. Okay, so it seems like you're not very happy with the Super Bowl results, Run DMG. Is that right? Okay. That's funny. Same with AJ Styles, out for 3 months. That's sad. Yeah. M-Tones, thank you for that, brother. Really appreciate it. That's right. And AJ Styles is to return at Mania. Hopefully, Andy, that happens because, we definitely miss him, right? We definitely miss AJ Styles. How is the OC doing, by the way? When I left, I know that AJ Styles was teamed up with Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. He had his brothers back by his side. And, of course, they were doing the thing with Mia Yim. So, is that still a thing? Did that work out pretty well for them? How's OC doing? Let's see. Jonathan says, will the travel vlogs also be returning at some point? They will be, brother. They will definitely be returning. So, the idea was to do those travel vlogs live on Twitch. But, ever since I left Twitch and came to YouTube, they came to a little bit of a pause because, obviously Twitch was paying for this travel vlogs back then. Now, we're not getting that Twitch money, so they're on a hold. But the travel vlogs that I did back then, I still have to release them on YouTube, so we'll do that as well. But new travel vlogs will most likely be returning later this year, around the summer, if I think so. We'll do that. Root is rehabbing, says True. All right, brother. Thank you for that. Wow.
And for one thing, we should cast Stone Cold in all future Gladiator movies. But make sure you relive these unforgettable trailers on all of WWE's social media platforms as we count down the days until WrestleMania goes Hollywood.
They really made some very good, promos back in the day when it came to WrestleMania going to Hollywood and whatnot. I really hope that they're able to make even better promos this time around. So far, I don't think we have seen a lot or seen any, but hopefully they're able to make even better promos for WrestleMania now that we're going to Hollywood, right? And we're going to be officially on the road to WrestleMania after Chamber. So let's see. And here we are now with Miz. Of course, Miz got to be doing double duty. Not only is he hosting Miz TV tonight with Seth Rollins, but he's also going to be in action later on. So we'll see how this goes down. OC isn't doing much. Anderson wrestled at Wrestle. I say yes, that's right. I did see that. Anderson did that. So Triple H, huge props to him for allowing that to happen. But yeah, I wasn't super, excited about the OC. And I'm not surprised that they're not doing much, OC is sweet, but I feel like that's an idea that we have seen time and time again, and is just flat. It just feels flat. At least to me, it feels flat at this point. Anything that the OC does, you know, it just feels flat. Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, they feel flat to me. Anyways, here we are. Let's see how this whole Miz TV goes down right now. And is WWE going to do Hollywood videos again, says Tones? I really hope so. You know, that's what I was talking about. Hopefully, if they could do it back in the day, I don't know what's stopping them from doing this time. Maybe we will see those Hollywood videos after the Chamber, you know, event. Hopefully we do. But here we are. Seth Rollins coming out. Let's see. Andy, I am sick and fed up of them. They are ruining games and costing teams points and coaches jobs, says Jonathan. What is this about? I see. So Jonathan says, it isn't rigged. It's these referees that are officiating these games. They're useless, says John. I see. Alright. Yep. Well, you know, for everybody who's sick and tired of NFL and their referees and whatnot, I guess XFL could be a good outlet. Only if XFL is successful there, right? Because twice it's been doomed, right? Twice it did not work out. This is the third try, the third shot, maybe the last shot ever. So hopefully it works out this time, right? Big question. Lots of uncertainty when it comes to XFL. But let's see. That's our guy Seth, says Tony. Yep, he's here. Wait a second. What is he wearing? What are those shoes, by the way? What are those boots? I've never seen boots like those ever. They don't even look like wrestling boots. They don't look like snow boots. What is he wearing? Wow. Now those are some boots. You know, I love boots. I love boots that are, you know, nice and shiny. I love snow boots. I love all kinds of boots. But those are something. Those look like something he stole from the Teletubbies. What are those?
I only have like 10 minutes. So let's get this thing started. And I think I speak for everyone.
Yes, Andy. I'm looking at all the comments. Yes, James. Yep.
It's called style, Miz. I know you wouldn't know a damn thing about it.
Again, what are those boots?
Well, I hope you're not worried on those in the Elimination Chamber. But let's talk about the Elimination Chamber. It is an unforgiving struggle.
Alright, I have no idea. I'm canceling Disney Plus because of The Miz, says Tony. Wait, what did The Miz do to Disney Plus, Tony? What is happening? Oh dear. It makes sense, Gary. He probably did raid Elton John's closet. Oh, I see. Now it makes sense. Okay.
Sing, baby.
Oh, I see, true. So lots of celebrities have been wearing these, but that... I don't get it. I really don't get it. Don't these boots look way too oversized for his feet as well? How do people walk in those?
To someone that is good like Taylor Swift. You're all
Wow.
just jealous because I got tickets and you didn't. But to be honest, I don't really care what they want. They don't know what they want. I care about what I want, and I want to talk about Logan Paul. He called you a clown, and now you have the boots to match it.
That's right. Wait, Miz is right for the first time ever, right? Logan Paul called him a clown, and he's got the boots to match it. It just makes sense.
I don't know how you grew up, but how I was raised, my mama always taught me if you ain't got nothing nice to
Say nothing at all.
say nothing at all.
Oh, that's right.
Well, I guess your mama would be very disappointed right now because let's face it, like, let's talk about that. Your mom's probably very disappointed along with everybody else because you got eliminated from the Royal Rumble match by Logan Paul. Yet, you talk about him on Twitter, on Instagram, at the Pat McAfee show, but you won't talk about him here.
I see.
Why won't you
So I see there's something going on right here between Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. Is this a match that we're going to be getting at WrestleMania, Logan Paul and Seth Rollins? Are these two going at it? Alright, so this is an angle that I had no idea existed. So Logan Paul and Seth Rollins have feuded together. I had no idea. But that's interesting. We got James here. James, it's great to see you. He says, hey AJ, at work right now, but just popped in to give you a like. My brother, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I hope you have a great evening, brother. Take care. Thank you.
The show, that dream matters to me. It matters to you. It matters to every single person in this arena.
So it does seem like it's going to be Rollins and Logan Paul at WrestleMania. What about John Cena? Because we know that Logan Paul apparently wanted Cena. He just kept calling out Cena on his podcast and whatnot on social media. John Cena, he also posted a picture of Logan Paul on his social media not too long ago. So are we not getting that dream match between Logan Paul and Cena at Mania? Is Cena even coming back? What is the plan when it comes to these two? Seth Rollins really don't like each other. I see.
Give a damn about that dream. Logan Paul.
Thank you for that, Ricky. It seems like night one of WrestleMania it's gonna be Logan and Seth. Interesting.
Fish. He is soulless. All he cares about is lining his own pockets and getting famous, and he doesn't care at whose expense.
You're right, Run DMG. Logan Paul is gonna beat his ass. I don't like it, but I think it's gonna be happening. I think Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar are kind of on the same boat right now. I feel like I would love to see both of them chasing world titles, doing bigger things. But they have done bigger things so many times that now all they have to do is sit back and take the back seat right now, at least for now. I'd love to see both Lesnar and Seth Rollins, doing great things in the company, going for the big matches, the big titles. But obviously they're taking a back seat and pushing the other guys, I guess.
We know how stupid you are. You're not that stupid. I'm not jealous. Let me explain something.
Cena versus Theory, Run DMG. Cena versus Theory. So if Cena versus Theory is going to happen, I guess it's safe to assume that Theory is going to be dropping the US title at the Chamber. Because no way is Theory taking the US title to WrestleMania and then defending it against Cena only for Cena to win. Alright, Cena's not going to win a title if he's not going to stick around. Yeah, Theory is probably going to drop the title then, I guess. So let's see. Ricky says, I think John Cena is making a new movie. He is, right? He has a picture of him recently surfaced of John Cena wearing heels and a skirt, walking around, I believe city of Boston or something. But yeah, he is definitely making a movie right now. That's right. David, welcome. It's good to see you. Welcome. That's right. Andy says John Cena is doing a movie wearing a skirt. That's correct, Andy. You know what I'm talking about. That's right. David, lovely to see you. Welcome.
Something you will not and may never do because of Logan Paul. So you want to stomp him with your stupid Super Mario boots? You know, call Luigi and Princess Toadstool and get into Mario Kart.
Oh dear. Alright, seems like Seth Rollins has had enough. You do anything, but you don't call him Super Mario, I guess. And Seth Rollins takes out The Miz on his own show, taking out The Miz right there. Poor Rollins. Austin Theory shows up and of course trying to blindside Seth Rollins, but the shirt that Austin Theory is wearing, it almost made me feel like it was Grayson Waller who appeared out of nowhere and pulled out Seth Rollins, but it's Austin Theory. We're still okay. But I can only imagine a feud between Grayson Waller and Seth Rollins would be fantastic. I honestly cannot wait for Grayson Waller to show up on the main roster. He would be fantastic right here. Alright, a super kick right there to The Miz from Seth Rollins. And it makes me wonder, do these boots even hurt? Because they just look way too soft to hurt anybody. A skull-crushing finale with those hideous boots once again. They're awful. Well, one thing's for sure, Austin Theory definitely looks a lot better with the beard, and of course he's been putting a lot of work in at the gym, and it's visible, right? He looks in a better shape than ever before, and with the beard, I can take him a lot more seriously than I could, a few months ago. This is a lot better version of Austin Theory, without a doubt, and even a version of Theory that I could actually see going against John Cena at WrestleMania. I think it makes a lot more sense, a lot of sense for sure. Alright, Logan Paul versus Brock Lesnar. Oh, hell yes, says Run DMG. Hopefully not. And here we are now. Rick Boogs and Elias. And also, in the back, obviously, there's a lot of Hurt Business cooking in the back. We can see MVP right there with Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Whatever's going on in the forefront, just leave it out for a second and concentrate on the background. Look at MVP right there, trying to reform the Hurt Business, or so it seems, right?
Lose your match to Miz tonight. Don't let it get you down. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Is it just me, or does Rick Boogs look a lot like Miro? I mean, the mustache, the chest hair, even the hairstyle. He looks a lot like Miro. Guys, look at him. Only if he was a few pounds heavier, he would be like Miro. He would be just like Miro. Look at him. This guy looks a lot similar. I see a lot of similarities right now between this guy, Rick Boogs, and Miro. I can't be the only one who sees it, right?
Miz has got to wake up. I mean, we need the Miz to recover.
What about Omos? That's a great question now. What about Omos? It's been a while since I've heard or have seen Omos. Is he still around? What is he up to these days? Super Mario boots, that's right, true. By the way, Super Mario, I really have an itch right now to buy one of those Nintendo consoles, those stupid Nintendo consoles, to play a Super Mario game. Such a big Mario fan. I love Mario. Anyways, here we are. Let's see. Seth Jacket, that's right. Berman says, came back after eating. Did Seth join the Maximum Male Models? Maxine Dupree, somewhere in the back, really wants her models to be wearing those boots. It seems like a perfect fit for MMA. You're right, Berman. That's fantastic. I think my comments not being seen. I'm not sure. James, let's take a look at James' comments if I have missed any of those. James, I only see your comments. No, I the only comment that I see of yours says that my comments are not being seen. James, please try to comment again. I see you saying hello. Yeah, you're here. You're here with us. Grayson Water, uncrowned champion. That's right. Yep. Poor Grayson Water. Theory and playing says Run DMG. I agree. I feel like Theory right now looks better than ever. And a match against John Cena. A few months ago I would have said hell no. But now, from the looks of it, Theory looks good. I think a match against John Cena makes sense. And even Theory defeating John Cena at WrestleMania, as ridiculous as it may sound, might be a good idea in the long run, because he looks in a great shape. He looks like he could be the future of the company. I think that I see in Theory what Vince McMahon had been seeing all this time, right? Theory looks like he could carry the torch in some way. Moving forward, he could be the guy. By the way, thank you so much, Nell. I really, really, really appreciate the very kind and very generous donation, Nell. Thank you. Thank you for being here, and thank you for the love. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. And let's see what else do we have here. Ricky says, I miss seeing Miro. He was great with the TNT title. I agree. I miss Miro as well. I really do. I'm not sure what is he up to these days, and of course CJ Perry has been busy outside of the square circle herself, but Miro, we don't see him a lot, we don't hear from him a lot, so it's sad, right? We're not living in the era of Miro anymore, and that's very clear. He did well in the Rumble, haven't seen him since. I see, alright. They probably have nothing for him right now because, Omos definitely a big guy and, he steals the spotlight. So they probably don't want to focus too much on Omos since they don't have something major for him at WrestleMania. But it's good to see him. It's good to hear that he did well at the Rumble. It's nice. And Wyatt Rabbit is here. Good to see you, brother. He says, my prediction is Jay White debut after WrestleMania. I think so, too. You know, a lot of people are talking about Jay White and the fact that he could very well be showing up in the WWE. I think the night after WrestleMania makes perfect sense, right? Doing it before WrestleMania, it's just going to be stupid because you don't want him, once again, taking the spotlight away from all the programs that are happening right now. And, you know, after WrestleMania, it just keeps the momentum going. It keeps the fire alive and well lit. I think White after WrestleMania making his debut makes sense. And Wyatt Rabbit says that his prediction is Jay White debuts after WrestleMania during Finn Balor's new promo with the Judgment Day, and we get AJ Styles and the OC coming out, setting up White versus Balor on Monday Night Raw. That would be fantastic, honestly. And you know, it might not mean a lot of to a lot of the people who don't watch wrestling outside of the WWE, but for the people who do, it would really mean the world, and they would really appreciate that moment. It would be great. Anyways, we all knew that The Miz was going to do double duty tonight, but it's happening simultaneously. So we just saw Miz getting a beating right here on Miz TV at the hand of Seth Rollins. And now soon after Miz TV, it is going to be a one-on-one match between The Miz and Rick Boogs. And obviously, Miz doesn't seem very happy about it. We got Andrew in the house, my brother Nautic. It's good to see you. Andrew says, hello brother, just thought I would stop in and say hi. Hope you're doing well, brother. Hope you guys are all ready and, you know, you've got a lot of preparations in place for Valentine's Day that's happening tomorrow. It's great to see you, Andrew. Welcome. And there we are. Yeah, the more I look at Rick Boogs, especially from the side profile, the more it reminds me of Miro. Really, a few pounds heavier, this guy would have been a walking, talking Miro 2.0. This guy looks so similar, especially with that mustache. Lots of similarities right there. Look at him. It's fantastic. Wow, Rick Boogs just showing off at this point, right? Flexing at the expense of The Miz. Tossing him across the ring, getting him up right here. Seems like he was setting him up for the body slam. Oh. Oh, Miz is in big trouble, is he not? There we go, going for the cover on Miz. And Miz does not kick out, right? He just wants an easy way out of this. Rick Boogs with a very quick victory. Sweet. Sweet. You know, I'm not sure if Rick Boogs is actually going to be making it to WrestleMania this year, but if he does, hopefully, you know, he's able to make it up for whatever disaster happened last year, WrestleMania 38. It was unfortunate, right? The first match of WrestleMania, night one, Rick Boogs, you know, it was at a big spot, the center of the stage, all eyes on him, and his knee gave out. So that was quite unfortunate. Hopefully this time around, I would love for him to be in the same scenario, same picture, opening WrestleMania Night 1, but this time he's able to do what he couldn't do last year. Hopefully Rick Boogs gets his WrestleMania moment this year. Let's see. And here we are now, obviously with Chelsea Green, with Adam Pearce.
Okay, well good. Then I'm sure you're going to treat me like the star that I am. I was not ready for Asuka. You know what? I demand a redo. I should be in that Elimination Chamber match. Hey, how about tonight in the triple threat? Put me in.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm not leaving your office until you put me in. Ah! Don't touch me. If you touch me, I'll scream. You know what? I am feeling very threatened right now. Where are you going? Hello? Come back. I'm not leaving here.
Seems like your type of chick, KP. Hey, thanks, bud. I tell you what, Corey, it tells you a lot about the mentality.
Alright, so Chelsea Green, I'm not sure what she's really up to. You know, she wants to be, I believe, important and she wants to be relevant on TV. That's why she wants to be inserted into tonight's main event. But of course, Adam Pearce is more than hesitant to do so. It's not going to be happening. It doesn't look like she's going to be inserted into tonight's main event. But what is next for Chelsea Green, right? Where is this whole angle, this whole direction take her to? I'm not sure. Let's see. Anyways, we are left with about 40 minutes of the show so far. You know, we only have about 40 minutes left. In this 40 minutes, we're going to get this triple threat match. It's going to be between Bayley. Of course, Becky Lynch is going to be there. Bianca Belair is going to be there. If Bianca Belair wins, neither of the two ladies are going to the chamber match. If either Bayley or Becky Lynch able to get the victory, both of them are going to the chamber, and it's going to be starting off with a triple threat with both Bayley as well as Becky Lynch in the chamber match. Let's see what happens. It's a pretty interesting scenario, quite an interesting stipulation. And tonight's main event obviously is going to decide what happens at Chamber. So we'll see how this goes down. Nell says, you're welcome. Thank you. And he says, I'm from Nigeria, but I love wrestling very well. Nell, it is great to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. And just like I said, you know, this is a global community. So no matter where you're from, all of us are united right here because of our love and our passion for wrestling. So it's a very welcoming community. It's great to have you, Nell. Very happy to have you on board. And James says, I think comments are messing up tonight. It could be. It definitely could be the case, James. I'm sorry about that. If that's happening. Let's see. Rundin says, Miro is getting paid. Yeah, that's what's important, right? I mean, I was talking to somebody, I believe a few days ago, about Karrion Kross. Somebody close to Karrion Kross, right? And I was talking about the booking and everything that he's going through on TV right now. And they said, AJ, at the end of the day, Karrion is happy because he's making a very good payday. He's making a lot more money than he was when he was on the independent circuit. He was wrestling, he was working hard on the indies, but he wasn't getting paid half of what he's getting paid right now. So he's happy, he's making the big paycheck, and that's what matters. So that's that. But if you talk about Scarlett Bordeaux, I'll tell you something else about her, right? So Karrion Kross was offering to a lot of the indies and whatnot, from what I've heard, a package deal, right? If you have me on the show, you can pay me $1,000 more, and you're gonna get Scarlett Bordeaux as a package deal. And a lot of the promoters turned her down because they did not want Scarlett. They only cared about Karrion Kross, right? So, yeah. But now both of them are getting paid. They're making at least double, if not more, of what they were getting paid on the indies. So they're happy. No matter the booking, they're happy because not only are they getting paid, but they're also super relevant since they're on TV. So that's what matters. Let's see. He does look like Miro, says M. Tones. That's right. That's right. Yeah, a little bit of the Miro reflection on Rick Books, that's for sure. And James says, Miro is a joke. He's refusing all matches and stories. Tony should just fire the dead waste. It's sad, if that's true, the fact that he is rejecting and refusing the creative direction that he's been, approached with, then that's sad. You're not a true professional if you're not ready to work and ready to work around the creative direction. So that's not what being a professional is all about. If Undertaker, for example, was such a guy, we would have never seen Brock Lesnar. We would have never seen the birth of the Beast Incarnate that night at WrestleMania 30. So Miro probably should learn from the veterans in the ring and the industry, such as the Undertaker himself, and start accepting the creative directions that are pitched to him, and move forward with those. Because in this world, not everything works out the way you want for it to work out. So, sometimes you just have to work around things. Yeah. If Jay White shows up in WWE, he might show up at Mania with AJ Styles, while Jamie... Oh, it could happen. That makes sense, Andy. That would also be a pretty good moment. I'm pretty sure it's going to get a huge pop at WrestleMania if this guy Jay White shows up. So, yeah. Either ways, let it be Mania or let it be the night after, Jay White is going to get a huge pop. That is for sure. And once again, they're going to show us a picture of... Patrick Mahomes holding the WWE title after his Super Bowl victory. So, obviously, WWE seems very happy about it. And here we are now with Byron Saxton backstage with the Judgment Day.
Now, after a surprise ambush earlier on tonight against Beth Phoenix, does this mean the Judgment Day has the upper hand heading... The Judgment Day, we always have the upper hand.
Obviously.
Tonight, we beat Edge and Beth again. And it's actually starting to freak me out a little bit because I think they're like it a little bit too much. But that's fine by me. Because at Elimination Chamber, it's going to happen again and again and again.
See, the thing about Edge and Beth, and I'll add my pathetic dad to that list, they were good, but The game has just passed them by.
Byron, I think we proved again tonight that we're at the top of the game, right? So, at Elimination Chamber,
What is the thing on Dominic Mysterio's face? Is that a mole? Is that a fake mole that he put up to make himself look like a badass? Because I don't remember, him having that mole before. So that's interesting. An interesting addition to his overall appearance. Nice. All right. And Nell, once again, welcome. Miz on Job Squad. Absolutely, Run DMG. Definitely on Job Squad. You're right. Miz should think more into acting again. That's why wrestling, he's always losing. You're right, Andy. I'm pretty sure Miz would be at least moderately successful as an actor, right? In Hollywood. Probably should do that. Chelsea Green needs to stop complaining, says Chris. I agree. Yeah, but I guess that's her gimmick. That's her whole character, is to complain. Nevertheless, Chelsea Green looks good. And, hopefully her being here opens the doors for Matt Cardona also to come back, right? No matter as Zack Ryder or Matt Cardona himself, I really hope he comes back. It would be nice to have him back, right? That's how they have booked her, Chris, says Andy. That's right. That is correct. Thank you once again, M Towns, for the support. Anyways, I guess it's time for the main event, for the triple threat, since we only have about 30 minutes left for the show to be over. So let's see. All right, M Towns says, I miss basketball tonight. Okay, all right. Age, I'm getting you an OX shirt. Wait, what is an OX shirt? I'm not sure about that. But okay, get me an OX shirt if you want. And I wouldn't mind that. Thank you. And once again, they're running us through the Elimination Chamber match card. Obviously, Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley gonna go one-on-one against each other at Elimination Chamber. I don't think it's gonna be a full-on match. I don't think it's gonna be a match at all. It's probably gonna be MVP and the Hurt Business. They're going to interfere. They're going to cause a disruption. Maybe Bobby Lashley is able to defeat Brock Lesnar, pin him 1, 2, and 3, thanks to the Hurt Business. But I believe that this whole feud is going to come to an end, and it's finally going to, get to its closure at WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber should just be a preview for this feud's ending, so we'll see. We'll see. Nell says, Miz needs to walk out seriously before coming to the ring, losing all the matches. I know. Miz definitely, once again, Miz is that one guy, more or less like Dolph Ziggler, but better. Because Dolph Ziggler cannot do half the talking than Miz can do. Dolph Ziggler does not have half the charisma than the Miz does. So he's almost like Brock Lesnar, but I'm pretty sure he's content and he's happy because he's making money. His wife's making money. They have made a good fortune of this company. So even if he has to job and lose, I'm pretty sure he'll do it delightfully and happily. I'm quite sour over the fact that The Miz actually became world champion not too long ago, but that reign only lived so long. I really was hoping that Miz would be able to carry the WWE title into WrestleMania, and I really hope that he is able to do it at least one more time, because I feel like WrestleMania 27 was a fluke, right? It could have been better, and I really hope that Miz is able to carry the world title at least one more time and show us what a world champion he can be, because I feel like, without a doubt, Miz is going to go into the Hall of Fame one day, but I hope that he's able to do so, after being champion at least twice, so we'll see. I think he deserves at least one more title run, but we shall see, And Rita, it's great to see you. Welcome. Now let's see what else do we have here. Patrick Etch is a freaking joke. Look like a guy from the Simpsons cartoon. That's right, Andy. I agree. And I've said this all this while about Patrick, right? I've never been able to take him seriously. And it's not just his appearance. It's not just him being a total nerd, dressing like a nerd, or acting like a nerd, or talking like a nerd. I've just never seen Patrick as a guy who would fit in a wrestling show. I've just never seen him like that. And for him to not just be here, but also be the commentator, a lead commentator for Monday Night Raw, is just unbelievable to me. I'm not sure. Maybe they have Patrick on here because they want to create more of a corporate image out there in the world, right? Show to the world that we're not all goofy, or not all of our people are characters like wrestlers are supposed to be, but we can also have some corporate-looking, serious-looking dudes like Patrick running the show. I think that they want to create an image through Patrick, which I don't get it. I cannot relate to it, and I don't think that Patrick has been able to fit into this whole wrestling sphere of the WWE. I think it's a mistake to have him on there. But there have to be some Patrick fans out there if he still has a job. So let's see. I've just downloaded the app TikTok. Very addictive, says Jonathan. Now here's the thing about TikTok, right? It is actually banned in India. I believe India was probably the first country ever to ban TikTok. So we don't have access to it. Well, I cannot access TikTok right here because it's banned. And it got banned in 2020 when the coronavirus was everywhere. The pandemic was in full swing. That is when they banned TikTok. So it's still banned. It's not accessible. That's that. And Saras, thank you for that. I really appreciate the very generous donation. Appreciate you and welcome on the show. It's great to have you here, Saras. Thank you. Thank you. Now, let's see. All right, James says, these people speeding these Jay White rumors are crazy. He will never be in WWE. He likes his freedom. I've seen this take as well on social media, that he likes his freedom. He's not going to sign to WWE. He's not going to be in the shackles of this company. But again, this is something that people also said about AJ Styles, right? A lot of people said, he's not going to be in the WWE. He's just not a WWE kind of a guy. WWE is not going to pick him up because he's a TNA kind of a guy. He's not going to be in here. But of course, he proved everybody wrong. He said that the best thing that he's ever done, the best decision of his life was to join this company. He said that he will retire as a WWE superstar. So Jay White, if AJ Styles could do it, I feel like Jay White can also do it. I think he could also be a corporate guy. He could also be a WWE guy. Of course, time will tell, and I totally get your stance right here, James. I understand that it will be surprising to a lot of people if he signs with the WWE and he loses his creative freedom, but I think it could happen because the money is damn good, and also he's got to be more relevant and more well-known than ever before, so, that's... It's a give and take. You lose something, but you gain a lot of stuff if you sign with the WWE. So we'll see. But I feel that it's possible. I think that it's possible for him to be here in the WWE. But we'll find out. The Miz will be the next Ric Flair. He will never retire. Ric Flair is a funny guy. Even when I was talking to Kurt Angle and I brought up the topic of Ric Flair possibly wanting another match, Kurt Angle just laughed and he said, these guys never retire. And obviously that's the case. Ric Flair is still, itching for another match. He still wants to return to the ring and wrestle yet again, make even more money. And that's just how it is. Ric Flair is never going to retire. He's never going to retire. That's how it is. That's right. And I'm pretty sure maybe this year, maybe next year, we're going to get another match from Ric Flair. Pretty sure about that. But the most important thing is that he stays healthy, and as long as he's healthy, I don't mind any more matches. That's fine. Whatever makes him happy and makes him money, I guess. My rating for the show is 7.5, says Jonathan, and I think that's a very fair rating. For me, I feel like the time literally flew by tonight. Yes, I believe that the second hour of the show was slower. I guess thanks to Miss TV, it really got slow, but still, it was a good show. It was a better show than last week's, and it was a better show than last Friday's SmackDown. A lot better, and even Rampage. So I feel like it was a good show. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 rating so far. Let's see if my rating changes moving forward, but so far it's a 6.5. But let's see how the main event's gonna be. Chris says, if Bayley, she will be added to the Elimination Chamber, the Women's Chamber match, or Becky Lynch, she will be added to the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Well, let's see. Oh, if that's what you think? Wait. Okay. I thought that it was going to be both the women who were going to be added. Alright. That makes sense. Let's see, Chris. Let's see what happens. And of course, WWE is live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. So when I was in New York and they had a show at Barclays Center, you knew it. I was going to be there every single time. Those were some good days. Those were some good days. That's right. Let's see. And Jonathan says, banned. Why was it banned? So TikTok was banned over here because, they were trying to ban everything that came out of China, basically. Yeah. They were trying to ban everything that came out of China during the pandemic. So TikTok obviously was a big thing. It was pretty big in our country and globally, around the pandemic. And it came from China. So they just banned it. And they banned a lot of other apps and social medias and softwares and applications that came out of China. So that's that. So that's why TikTok got banned over here. That's right. All right, Andy says, I missed the first hour of Raw. I say it as a 5. Well, 5 is a pretty decent number as well. A decent rating for the show. The first hour was good, actually. You know, you had that contract signing. You had the first match. It was a decent match. So, yeah, 5, 6 rating. I think it's fair. I think it's very fair. Once again, Saras, thank you for the generous donation tonight. Also, Nelsam, thank you for the generous donation. I really appreciate all of you and everybody else over here. Really appreciate you all being here, watching the show together. It's always fun when we do it together as a family. So thank you once again, everybody, for being here and for the support. And here we are. Bianca Belair looks happy. The crowd looks happy to see her. Everybody's dancing. Let it be men, women, you know, young and old. Everybody's dancing, and they're happy to see Bianca Belair, the EST of the WWE. And out comes Bayley now. Let's see how this goes down. And Tony Khan would cash out Jay White. I heard TikTok stealing information. That's right. So, yeah, that's right. TikTok also, there were a lot of privacy concerns when it came to TikTok. And I believe that the U.S. Army, so if you're a part of the Army or if you're a part of the government, you're not allowed to use TikTok. It's banned for you. You know, obviously in other countries as well, it's banned, including India. So, yeah, TikTok is banned in a lot of places now because of privacy concerns. All right. And thank you once again, Tones, for the support. Thank you for reminding everybody to hit the subscribe button. Really appreciate that. And Jonathan says, I miss Mark Henry. So do I, you know. But every time I see him on Rampage doing those interviews or telling everybody it's the time for the main event, he seems like a happy guy, right? Mark Henry is enjoying his freedom. You know, of course, you know, he's enjoying watching his son flourish, you know, as a wrestler. His son is doing great things. I know he's still in high school, I believe, but he's doing fantastic. Mark Henry keeps posting videos of him and, you know, sharing the news of his accomplishment with the fans. I feel like Mark Henry is just going to take a back seat, you know, until his son is ready to be a pro wrestler or an MMA fighter or whatever he chooses to be. And Mark Henry will eventually turn into a manager or a valet for his son moving forward. But I feel like he's just taking a back seat, but he's going to be on TV very soon, in a few years' time, when his son is ready for TV. I think Mark Henry will, once again, stepping into the spotlight for his son once again. It's going to take a few years, though. I see you, James. I see you. That's right. I would really like to see Jay White show up on Impact. I know, Andy. I know. Would be nice. But again, Impact, I feel like they have been less than relevant lately. Impact from a year or 2 years ago is not the same Impact right now. Back then, definitely very relevant. A lot of people tuning in. Lots of hot stuff happening on Impact, at least until last year. But, you know, this year around, lots of departures. You know, the current world champion has not been super impressive. At least I haven't found him super impressive. So I feel like Impact was doing a lot better last year than it's doing right now. So that's that. And Gamer Boy, it's great to see you, everybody. It's great to see all of you. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you all have been enjoying the show so far. This is the main event. Of course, we are on commercial right now, but we're going to be back very soon. Triple threat main event to decide who is going to be going into the chamber. So we'll see. Tonight's show is not doing it for me, says Gary. I understand, brother. But hopefully things are going to be better. And, you know, the quality of the show, the booking, everything is going to be better when we're done with the Elimination Chamber. Because then we're going to be straight on the road to WrestleMania. And, you know, when you're on the road to WrestleMania, there is, you know, they cannot afford to not put on a good show. They have to put on a good show. They just have to. So hopefully after Elimination Chamber, the quality of these shows, they're going to improve. Let's see. Thank you, Antones. Really appreciate that. Nell, thank you. What time do I come online? So we're doing watch-alongs. We used to do watch-along every single day. But, you know, right now we're doing watch-alongs on Mondays, Monday nights, Wednesday nights, and Friday nights. So that means we're doing watch-alongs for Monday Night Raw, for AEW Dynamite, as well as for SmackDown and Rampage. NXT and Impact Wrestling will soon be added to the library as well. We'll start doing watch-alongs for those shows as well. But for now, we're doing Monday Night Raw, of course, Friday Night SmackDown, Rampage, as well as Wednesday Night Dynamite. So, be sure to be here and be sure to watch all of the wrestling shows with us as a family as we do every single night. Also, in addition to these nights, we also do watch-alongs for every single pay-per-view, which means this Elimination Chamber, we're going to be watching it together, so it's going to be fun. Also, I must remind all of you that coming WrestleMania, we're going to have a mega giveaway. The price of that giveaway, I'm going to be revealing it soon, but WrestleMania, we're going to have a huge giveaway. So don't miss out, because things are just going to get better and better as the days move on right here on this channel. Also, WrestleMania will be streaming. The watch-along is going to be in 4K. So don't miss out. Starting WrestleMania, all the watch-alongs are going to be in 4K. So yeah, we're going to get a massive upgrade with a whole new studio and whatnot starting WrestleMania. Cannot wait for you all to see it. The studio is in the final stages, as I said. Super interactive, real fun, state-of-the-art, if I may. So cannot wait for all of you to check it out. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. All right, let's see. I wonder when Logan Paul will be facing for a UFC heavyweight title. I don't know, Andy. I don't know if he has the balls to do that. I don't know if he can actually step into the octagon and go for the UFC heavyweight title. He might embarrass himself. So I'm not sure, Andy. I'm not sure if that would be a great idea for Logan Paul to actually pursue. Let's see. Mark Henry and son tag team. That's right. His son, looks super impressive. I mean, look at Mark Henry's Twitter. You'll see news about his son, tweets, videos of his son, doing impressive things. And he's just a high school athlete right now. With the years that roll on, he's only going to get better. And I'm pretty sure in 3, 4, or 5 years' time, he's going to be on TV. I think so. Thank you for that, my brother Randy. And my watch-alongs are not the best, or they're not good because of me. It's because of all of you, because of your love, your support. You guys make the watch-alongs what they are. So all the props go to you. And here we are now, Becky Lynch breaking up the cover. Of course, triple threat match. If Bianca Belair wins the match, neither of these two women are gonna go into the chamber. If one of these women go into win the match, the Elimination Chamber is gonna start over the triple threat. So a very unique stipulation. Let's see what happens. Nell says, I think Seth Rollins, but what's that about? Alright, James says, really WWE starting women's match picture-in-picture, you're a joke. Alright, well, was it picture-in-picture for you? For me, it was a full-on commercial. I just came back from commercial, and I've just been able to start watching the match now. And they're giving us a lot of commercials right here in India. All right, and Bayley goes for the cover on Bianca Belair. Of course, Bianca kicks out very quickly. Impact had 4 viewers last week. Oh, that's funny, James. Are you sure you're not exaggerating the numbers? 4? You sure it wasn't 2? I'm sorry, no. Impact's great. I have a lot of love for Impact, obviously. I've got a lot of friends in Impact Wrestling. But yeah, their viewership definitely suffering. That's right. AJ Trivia. Trivia is going to return as well. We're going to have trivia. We're going to have giveaways. It's going to happen very soon. But yes, trivia also is returning, obviously. That's right. That's right, Ritu. We're going to have a studio very soon. So the studio will be making its debut at WrestleMania. We're going to be streaming in 4K starting WrestleMania. So as you can imagine, the channel is going to get a massive upgrade after WrestleMania. I cannot wait for it. And here we are one more time. Bayley sends Bianca Belair straight to the turnbuckle, pointing to the WrestleMania sign. She wants her ticket to WrestleMania through Bianca Belair. Let's see. Alright, M-Tone says, Andy, who do you think wins this match? This question goes out to everybody who's watching right now. Who do you think is going to win this match? Is it going to be Bayley? Is it going to be Becky Lynch? Or is Bianca Belair going to keep these two women away from the Elimination Chamber? Who is winning this match? Let us know in the comments. Let's see who's able to predict this one correctly. Alright. Alright, Run DMG says it's going to be big time Becky. So Run DMG says it's going to be Becky. Alright, also Andy says it's going to be the Irish glass kicker, Becky. So we got 2 votes for Becky Lynch right now. Seems like Becky Lynch has got the upper hand. Or so it seems. Logan Paul signed UFC multi-year contract. Yeah, I'm not sure. I hope Logan Paul does not turn out to be the embarrassment that was CM Punk in the UFC. We shall see. Alright, and Nell says Bianca, so Becky Lynch has 2 votes. Seems like Bianca Belair also has 2 votes. Andy says Bianca. We got Nell here who says Bianca. Alright, interesting. I think Bianca wins that way. Becky teams up with Lita and Trish. Yeah, Lita and Trish, I hope that they're a part of WrestleMania as well. You know, WrestleMania 39, it goes Hollywood. We need the big names. We need names like Lita and Trish Stratus at WrestleMania this time. So hopefully that happens. Let's see. That's right. Bailey says Chris. All right, Chris. Okay. Anton's trivia this Saturday. We could do it. We definitely will do it. So we're going to be having the Elimination Chamber, of course, the watch-along this Saturday. Prior to that, let's do a trivia. I think that's a great idea. So, M-Tones, that's a fantastic idea. So, prior to the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, we're going to start on the stream with a little bit of a trivia, right? We'll do that. Let's test our wrestling knowledge. Let's test our Elimination Chamber knowledge with the trivia this Saturday. Also, our Trivia Championship, that is the Galactic Championship, will be on the line this Saturday with the trivia happening. That is correct. That's a great idea, Tones. Thanks for that. And here we are, spinning round kick straight to Bailey. There we are. Also, starting this Wednesday, right? I was supposed to do it tonight, but there were some technical glitches, which is why we did not do it tonight. But starting Wednesday, starting AEW Dynamite, we're going to be having watch-along call-ins. What that means is that starting Wednesday night, starting AEW Dynamite, you guys will be able to call me while we are doing this watch-along during the commercial break. So every time we go to commercial, one of you will be connected to me on a phone call, and we can chat. You will be heard by everybody watching the stream right here, and we can communicate and have an audio call while we are on commercial. So every single commercial, I'll be able to connect with one of you guys, and we'll be able to have a nice, good old conversation during the commercial break. So we're going to be trying that starting Dynamite. That's right. And Tony says the match will continue in picture-in-picture. Don't miss a minute of this action. I'm done playing Jared. I love that. That's right. Yes. So for you, it's picture-in-picture, but again, for me, it's a full-on commercial. Once again, I'm on commercial. I get no picture-in-picture, just a full-fledged commercial, and I feel that's ridiculous. That's right. And M-Tone says Discord. Well, the medium, I'm testing out Discord. I found some glitches with Discord, which is why we might have to use another medium for it, but we're going to do it. We're going to be doing it. We could be doing Twitter as well, actually. We definitely could be doing Twitter. But yes, we're going to start doing it starting Dynamite, starting this Wednesday. That's correct. Mercedes will be challenging for the NJPW Women's title match same night, says Andy. Yep, that's right. So Saturday night, Sasha Banks is going to be going after the NJPW Women's title. So Saturday night apparently is going to be a big, big night. That's correct. Yep. So no, we're not going to be using an actual phone number. It's because, we're all based internationally, different parts of the world. So we're going to be using one of the mediums over the internet. It could be a website, it could be Twitter, it could be Discord. So that will be confirmed when we start doing it on Wednesday night. So it's a trial and error. We're going to test it out on Wednesday night, and of course it's going to continue moving forward. That's right. That's going to be hilarious, says Run DMG. What is going to be hilarious? Let's see. Sorry, Bojas, his way was... I see. Yeah, so Discord as well. We're going to try Discord too. I'll try it. My priority would be Discord because, that would be just a great way to do it. But I just encounter a lot of technical glitches with Discord and connecting it to the stream, so we'll see. That's right. Yes, that's what I was thinking, Tones. Twitter Spaces is just a great way to do it. After this main event, I'm watching AEW's Hikaru Shida playing Hogwarts Legacy live here. Really? Well, good for her. Good for her. That's nice. Tony, have you played the game so far, or anybody else? Has anyone played Hogwarts Legacy themselves so far? Let me know if you have. I got the game, I tried to play it, but unfortunately for me, the game is just too time consuming, and I just have not been able to sit down and play the game for like an hour or 2 hours straight. It's just been too time consuming, so yeah, hopefully I'm able to catch up on it. Alright, not just yet, says Tony. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition of the game so I could get it 3 days early, but I just wasn't able to find the time to do it. So hopefully I will be able to. That's right, time consuming indeed. Tones, that's right. Join Bojets and everybody on the NXT call-in on Discord. That's a great idea, Ricky. That's right. So Discord, we're not going to be having a watch-along for NXT tomorrow, but you can still join Bojets, Ricky, and everybody on Discord and have a watch-along of your own tomorrow night on Discord itself. So that's a great way to do it. Right. That's right, M-Tones. That's a long game. You're right. I love Hikaru Shida, says Andy. I love that. That's right. Hikaru Shida is very talented, really very good, and deserves all the fans that she has. Absolutely. Face first into the turnbuckle goes Bianca Belair, by the way. Becky with a roll-up cover, going for the cover right there, and Bianca with a kick out. Becky Lynch has got to go for a high-risk maneuver. I don't think it's going to be a good idea, though. She goes up to the top turnbuckle. Bianca Belair gets in there in the nick of time. Shoulder tackle, elbow strike right there to Becky Lynch. Having her all dazed up on the top turnbuckle. She's got to go for a superplex. Obviously, it's never a good idea to climb the top turnbuckle in the last few moments of the match. And here she is, Becky Lynch with a disastrous... oh dear. Holy crap. The way Bayley got in there and, took advantage of the situation, taking out both Bianca and Becky at the same time was crazy. I've got a feeling that Bayley's going to win. I think it makes sense, right? What Andy said early on, I think even though I want Becky to win, I think it makes sense for Bayley to pick up the victory because that way, Becky Lynch will now be available and will be able to join Lita and Trish Stratus at WrestleMania while Bayley can chase the world title against Bianca Belair. I think it makes sense. I think it makes a lot more sense. You're right, Andy. You're right. I think Becky will indeed go after Trish and Lita. Go with Trish and Lita at WrestleMania. Let's see. Makes sense. That's right. I will do it, Anton's Twitter Spaces is a good idea. Thank you for that, Ricky. Thank you for that. You have not missed anything on NXT. It still sucks worse than ever, says James. Oh, dear. Now I guess it sucks even more that Toxic Attraction is not a team anymore. I guess it sucks more than ever now, right? By the way, I have to ask this, right? Because I've been so out of touch with NXT. What about Tony D'Angelo, the Don Tony D'Angelo? Is he still relevant? Is he still important? Is he still the Don of NXT? What is up with Tony D? Let me know, guys. Enlighten me. Is Tony D'Angelo doing well on TV? Let me know. That's right. And here we are now. Bianca Belair right there with those heavy strikes straight to Becky Lynch's head. Bayley gets in there, sent straight to Becky Lynch. Bianca Belair one step ahead of the game. It's like she has spider sense, the sixth sense or something. She sends Bayley for far away. And look at her. This could be it. Oh dear. Bayley gets her knees up in the nick of time. Bianca Belair obviously down. This could be Bayley's opportunity. If you look at the time right now, we are about 7 minutes away from this show going off the air. So anything can happen. Bayley was going to go for the dirty pin on Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch gets in there, gets her feet off the rope. Obviously the referee did not see that. Otherwise it would have been a rope break. And Becky Lynch now getting up on the turnbuckle. Again, this could be a mistake. This could be a mistake. They've worked together to take out Bayley. Bianca and Becky working together to take out Bayley. Interesting. That's right. Going for the cover. Oh dear. Outside interference. You got Io Sky here dragging Becky Lynch out of the ring, sending her face first into the ring post. I think it's very, very clear. As clear as day, right? Bayley's gonna win. She's gonna win. She will be inserted into the chamber match. Bayley will be victorious. That's for sure. Yeah. Yes, and Stax is the underdog now. Really? So Stax is doing well as well? That's good. Wow. And Ricky says, yes, AJ, King Tony D is King NXT. Holy crap. So he's the king of NXT. I feel very happy to hear that. I've always wanted great things for the Don Tony D'Angelo. I've always found him more than impressive. So it's great to hear that. And Bayley was going to go for a roll-up cover out of nowhere on Bianca Belair. Bianca still kicks out at 2. And Io Sky cannot believe it. And look at all these women, all the participants of the Women's Elimination Chamber making their way to the ringside, making sure that the outside interference does not happen. Look at that. All the women right here are now brawling on the ringside. Crazy. And if she doesn't suck, just get rid of Carmelo Anthony. Wow. Wow. Andy says get rid of Carmelo. That's interesting, Andy. I thought people loved Carmelo Hayes. Interesting. Asuka sending Liv Morgan's face first into the barricade, and here we are back into the ring. You got Bayley, you got Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch out of the picture. Spinebuster from Bianca Belair to Bayley. Crazy spinebuster going for the cover, and Bayley kicks out. Becky Lynch still out of the equation. So is Becky Lynch gonna get in the ring and take advantage in the last minute, or is Bianca Belair gonna pick up the victory? Anything can truly happen right here. The fact that Becky Lynch has not been involved, it means that she can actually slip into the ring and take advantage last minute, pick up the victory out of nowhere. That's a possibility right here. And we see her getting up slowly and steadily. That's right. Bianca Belair showing off her very impressive strength. Look at her just carrying Io Sky like nothing and just throwing out of the ring on all the women standing ringside, taking them all out in one shot only. I'm pretty sure Becky Lynch is going to blindside Bianca Belair now. From the looks of it, seems like it's going to happen. Bianca Belair absolutely distracted. And there we are. Yeah, Becky Lynch could very well get in here and take advantage of the situation. Alright, attacking Bayley from behind. Once again, elbow strike to Bianca Belair and Bayley and Bianca Belair. There we are. Maybe Becky Lynch got into the ring a bit too early. She could have waited a little bit longer and waited for this match to go on. Let's see. Wow. Oh dear, it seems like Bianca Belair will pick up the victory. Holy crap. Bianca Belair picks up the victory, which means that neither of these two women, they're going to be inserted into the chamber. The chamber is going to start off in the traditional one-on-one fashion. No more triple threat. Wow, I did not see this coming. I was really hoping that Bayley will pick up the victory, but it's still Bianca Belair, the champion, looking as strong as ever, taking out both Bayley as well as Becky. I like it. You know what? We're going to see possibly a new face fighting Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. Not Bayley, not Becky. It's going to be an opportunity given to a new face now. I like that idea. I like this a lot better than anything else. This is great. Bianca Belair with the victory. I feel tonight's show overall was pretty good. I'm going to give it a 7. Yeah, that's right. I think a 7 rating is fine for tonight's show. A 7 out of 10 makes sense. But let's see what else do you guys say here. I appreciate everybody joining in. Thank you for that, Tones. Thank you. Let's see. And Ricky says, I think Braun needs to go to Raw or SmackDown. I agree. I definitely agree. Let's see. And James says, what a joke. The rat tail sucks. James is never happy with Bianca Belair. Alright, James. Okay, that's right. Ricky, Bianca gets the victory. Overall, a 4 out of 5. So Tony seems like he enjoyed the show tonight. That's fantastic, Tony. That's great. 3 out of 10 from James. I'm pretty sure Bianca Belair winning took some points off for James right here. 3 out of 10. Alright, that's fair as well. Let's see. What else do we have here? What are the comments? Nell says that's good. Ricky says 7 out of 10. That's right. Andy says thanks to everybody here. I reason why I'm still on YouTube. Thank you, Andy. You're awesome. Thank you to everybody for the love, for the support, and for joining us here tonight for this watch-alongs. Thank you so much. The Cody and Sami segment was certainly 5-star favorite. I agree. That segment, without a doubt, was possibly one of the best part, or the best part of tonight's show. Once again, that segment to me proved that not everybody's into Sami Zayn, but Cody Rhodes is on a whole nother level. He's fantastic. I even enjoyed the match between Cody Rhodes and this guy, Baron Corbin. It was something. It was something. I liked it. That's right. And Gary says tonight's Raw was so-so at best. 5 out of 10. That's fair, brother. Absolutely. Damage Control versus Becky and Trish and Lita. It only makes sense, Andy. I think it's written in the stars. I think you're absolutely correct. Damage Control versus Becky, Trish, and Lita makes total sense. It will be a blockbuster of a match. Without a doubt, I think it makes a lot more sense. Let's do it. I think it's fantastic. By the way, for the longest time, Becky Lynch had been claiming that she would be fighting Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 39. That obviously is not happening, but for at least 2 years, Becky Lynch had been talking about how she was going to fight Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania. Obviously not happening though. That's okay. And thank you, Tony. Thank you, Andy, Chris, Ricky, David, my brother, everybody, True, Gary, Nell. Welcome to the channel once again. James, my brother, everybody, Tones, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Tones, my brother. I appreciate all your support. Take care. I hope everybody has a great night, a good night. Run DMG, my man. All of you. Sleep well. Take care. And of course, I'm going to be seeing you on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. We're going to have a lot more fun. SmackDown hopefully will be a better show this week. And obviously, Elimination Chamber this Saturday. We're going to start off with trivia. We're going to have our predictions. Both the titles, the trivia and the prediction title, are going to be on the line. We're going to get back in our game this Saturday with the titles that are going to be defended. Thank you once again to everybody. My brother Nautic, thank you. Bojets, my man, thank you so much. I hope everybody has a great night. Love all of you as well. Thank you, Nell. Oh, also, a very happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Thank you once again for being here. Appreciate all of you. I will see you Wednesday for Dynamite. Have a good night. Ricky, I'm praying for your family. All of you take care. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Thank you, Tones. I'll see you all Wednesday night. My brother Randy, take care. James, all of you. Good night. Peace. Sleep well. And swoosh. I know that made you happy, James. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye, guys.